Hello, and welcome on the day of TNA's Victory Road, I believe is the show that's on tonight, to my specially based Sims Games video on who is the best former TNA, I'd say wrestler, but anyone who's appeared in TNA is eligible for this, but who's the best former TNA guy in WWE 2K24? Starting off with this man, MVP. Who most definitely appeared in Impact. I'm counting Impact and TNA. I'm not drawing a distinction. If we want to be pedantic, some of these guys probably only ever appeared in Impact Wrestling and never in TNA. But name changes aside, it's the same company throughout. You know, just like WWF, and WWE are the same company. Like, you know, just they've undergone name changes. Yeah, so I'm not bothered if they appeared in TNA or Impact or both. They count. But we've downloaded this lovely TNA arena. Thank you to the person who made that. Who, if I remember correctly, if I remember to do it, I will post on the screen who it was. There you go. But yeah, community creations, good stuff. Now, someone who definitely appeared in TNA or Impact, much to the chagrin of a lot of TNA/Impact fans, myself included at the time. Terry. Yeah, this guy, Hulk Hogan. Ugh. Okay, I hate having to include Hogan in videos, but I won't leave someone out for, like, politics reasons, you know, such as me personally disliking them as a human being. This video is, if they were in TNA, they need to be in this video if they're on WWE 2K24's roster as well, and Hulk Hogan fits both of those bills, unfortunately. So here he is. So the format of this video, there's going to be quite a lot of matches. There's going to be 14 matches, so you might have noticed it's quite a long video. Yeah, get yourself a snack, get comfy. It's going to take us a minute to figure this out. There's actually 44 former TNA appearance makers, to not be too specific, on this game. So we're going to start off with 11 randomly drawn first round fatal 4-ways. Then we're going to have semi-finals of randomly drawn 5-way and 6-way matches. And then we're going to have a one-on-one final to decide who is the best. We're going to have the entrances on for the 4-ways, so everyone gets their entrance. So I'm going to have to do a lot of waffling during entrances, but oh well. Then the semi-finals, there'll be no entrances, because we'll already have seen everyone's entrances. And then the final, we'll do entrances again, because it's the final. It's a big deal, right? So, yeah. Do things properly. Anyway, now that Hulk Hogan's done milking his entrance, let's get the next one out here. So, you might recognize that music as one Cactus Jacques. I believe that's how it's pronounced. Mick Foley is only a manager on this game, and he appeared in TNA as Mick Foley, but he is indeed the same person. There's so many in here, in this list, that had different gimmicks, different names, different overall presentation, borderline unrecognizable. I still counted all of them. So yeah, Mick Foley's here, and it was between Dude Love and Cactus Jack, and I figured in terms of like in-ring action, Cactus Jack's the closest to Mick Foley. I think in terms of real personality, it's probably Dude Love, right? But in terms of in-ring, I decided Cactus Jack was probably the closest thing to Mick Foley. So here he is. And last but not least, in this first round match, Carl Anderson, who definitely did not undergo any name changes. He's managed to be Carl Anderson pretty much everywhere he's gone, to be honest. Impact, New Japan, WWE. One half of the Good Brothers. There's a chance those two may have to clash at some point. Who knows? But not in this opening round. If Carl Anderson can pick up a big win here over, quite frankly, I'd say 3 guys who are considered higher up the singles totem pole than him, he would be the underdog coming into this match, I would posit. No disrespect to him at all, just in terms of singles accolades. The other 3 have him outperformed. MVP with US championships. Hulk Hogan, you know, that speaks for itself. Mick Foley, world champion in TNA, world champion in WWE, you know. I think it's fair to say Carl Anderson is a little behind on the single stakes, at least in America. But he's got a chance to rectify that now by becoming the greatest TNA guy. I got a trophy. Okay, while I was getting rid of that trophy, I also got rid of the Superstar HUD, which I forgot to turn off before this video. Professional. So, yeah, here we go. So we've got Mick Foley and MVP paired off, and then we've got Hulk Hogan taking it to Carl Anderson. Oh, and then Mick Foley with the elbow into the back of Hulk Hogan, but he continues his attack on Carl Anderson, and Mick Foley went back to MVP briefly before headbutting Hogan. And now what's he got in mind for Anderson? Oh, a spinning neckbreaker suplex thingy-majig while MVP took Hogan down. And then kicked Foley in the face. And, yeah, lots going on in these matches. Foley going for a pin already. Feels a little early. And, yeah, Hogan actually broke it up and now taking the fight to Mick Foley. Carl Anderson sent into the corner by MVP, who then turns his attention to Foley. Hogan going under the ring. Of course, there are no disqualifications in a fatal 4-way. This is perfectly legal. And he's got a kendo stick. Mick Foley dragging Carl Anderson's face along the top rope. Oh, and then gets hit in the mush with a kendo stick. And so does Anderson, but he rolls out the way of the second attack and manages to disarm Hogan. But Hogan just shoving Anderson around. Uh-oh, what's he got in mind here? Scoop and a power slam. I thought he was going for the pin there as well, but no, he gets back up. MVP beats down Mick Foley and then turns his attention to Hogan. Oh, ducks underneath whatever Hogan had in mind. But then Hogan counters and Mick Foley grabs MVP from behind and drags him away from Hogan. Big right hand. Hogan grabs Anderson, drags him into the corner. And Mick Foley helps Carl Anderson out. Double teaming Hogan there. Now Hogan up against the ropes. Carl Anderson knocks down MVP. Mick Foley knocks down Hogan, and they both do the same springboard type stomp off the bottom rope. And all 4 men to the outside. DDT on the outside by Foley. Meanwhile, MVP sends Carl Anderson back into the ring and now turns his attention to Foley, who runs behind. And what's he got in mind here? Scoops him up. Where's he going with him? Uh-oh. Oh, face first across the ring apron. I'm legally obliged as a wrestling commentator to inform you that's the hardest part of the ring, don't you know? Hogan's got another kendo stick. Oh, Rainmaker by MVP. I call it as I see it, guys. A big right hand by Carl Anderson in the ring, and now ground and pound with the left hands to Foley. MVP's taking it to Hogan on the outside there. Oh, but he took too long to show off for the crowd and gets clotheslined for his troubles. Neckbreaker to Foley. Knee smash to Hogan. The 2 former WWE champions both struggling here, honestly. Off the ropes goes Foley. Oh, dodges the back elbow, then holds onto the ropes. Just delays his run for a second, and a running DDT to Anderson. Now MVP. Snap suplex to Hogan on the outside, and a hip toss to Anderson on the inside. Now MVP slams Hogan's face into the apron there. Meanwhile, Foley taking Anderson into the corner. Scoops him up, slams him down, and goes for another pinfall attempt. 1. Oh no, Mick Foley gets the memo here. It's 3 matches to establish yourself as the best, and it's going to be either, 3 plus 4 is 7 plus another 1 is 8. So it's either 8 or 9 opponents you have to get through in those 3 matches. Mick Foley's figured out it's better to try and win the match early and get it over with. Oh my god, he just threw a fireball in Carl Anderson's face. Wow, okay, I know there's no disqualifications in these matches, but good grief. What's Mick Foley got against Carl Anderson that he'll throw a fireball into his face? Good grief. Now MVP. Uh-oh. Playmaker. And he goes for the pin. Hogan isn't looking. He's going after Foley. 1, 2. Carl Anderson, fair play to the guy. Kicking out after a fireball and then a playmaker. Or was that play of the day? I can't remember. I think it's the playmaker. Correct me if I'm wrong. By the way, there's a chair at ringside. I don't know who produced that or when. I didn't spot that happening. Hogan must pose, brother. And Carl Anderson says, I can pose too. And MVP gets sent back into the ring. Oh! And Hulk Hogan just smashed the kendo stick over the back of MVP. And that might be enough. 1. No, MVP kicks out at 1. MVP says, that doesn't work for me, brother. And then kicks right out. Uh-oh, big boot to MVP. But Mick Foley interrupted the proceedings of Hogan wanting to connect with the leg drop after the big boot, I assume. That's what he normally follows it up with. And now MVP's been able to recover. Lucky escape there for Montel Vontaneous Porter. Oh, MVP tried the clothesline, missed, and then Hogan's going to scoop and slam MVP. MVP getting back to his feet though, and now here's another chair courtesy of Carl Anderson. Oh, but Hogan picks him up and slams him next to the chair. I thought he was on the chair for a second, then no, next to it. Oh, Anderson dodges the leg drop and then Foley kicks Hogan in the face. And then hits a leg drop of his own. Foley Mania running wild. But no, MVP breaks up the pin and then Hulk Hogan breaks up his face with a chair. Oh, and then an unprotected chair shot to the head of Mick Foley as well. You hate to see it. Neck breaker by Carl Anderson to Hogan though. And MVP is fine and balling, in fact. Now look at this. Carl Anderson pounding away at Hogan right in the face. Punching him right in the nose, it looked like there. Meanwhile, Mick Foley and MVP meet to have a battle on the outside. Carl Anderson giving Hogan as good as he gets here. Can't believe Anderson's still in this match after taking a fireball to the face courtesy of Mick Foley. Neck breaker to Hogan. Now going for the pin. Imagine if he pinned Hulk Hogan to qualify for the next round. 2. Oh, kicks out at 2. Now Foley's back in the ring. MVP's out on the outside. Uh-oh. Oh, double team by Hogan and Foley of all pairs of people. Scoop slam to Foley though by Hogan. And now MVP going for a crossface on Hulk Hogan. Can he make Hogan submit? No, Hogan rolls him off after Mick Foley dislodged. Oh, big boot by Hogan. Now scoops up Foley. Takes him into the corner. Snake eyes to match the snake skin boots. And an elbow drop by Hogan. And a second one. Oh, and then stomps on the face. That wasn't very nice. Mick Foley did not appreciate that very much. Oh, but Carl Anderson hits Foley with the kendo stick as soon as he turned around to face him. And then there's a flatliner by MVP. 1. Hogan recovered just in time to break it up at 1. This has been quite the match. If all the matches are like this, I'm going to be exhausted by the time I've called all of this. Now Hogan got a plan for MVP. He's dragging him around the ring. What's he got in mind here? Foley, meanwhile, bringing steps into the ring. Another neck breaker by Carl Anderson. He does be loving his neck breakers. And now going for the pin. But it's quickly broken up as both Foley and Hogan were available at the time. Now Foley breaks up a pin by Anderson. Uh-oh. Gone for the leg. Shin breaker to Carl Anderson. Hogan's on the outside. MVP's under the ring looking for a weapon. There's no one to save Anderson. And Foley picks up the win and qualifies for the next round. And massive news, guys. Hulk Hogan's out. Honestly, love to see it. And it feels quite apropos that the only man in this match, I believe, that's a former TNA World Champion, advances. So congratulations, Mick Foley. Let's get into the next match. All right. Whoa, big boy. Here we go. Former TNA or Impact or whichever world champion. Drew McIntyre, of course, known as Drew Galloway in TNA. And most of the rest of the wrestling world outside of WWE known as Drew Galloway. Of course, was in TNA/Impact as part of his revival tour when he got released from WWE after a stint in 3-man band. Comes back, wins the WWE title at WrestleMania in front of no fans. Has a hell of a run during the pandemic, carries the company on his shoulders to some degree, and then turns heel and has a mega feud with one CM Punk. So yeah, quite the story of Drew McIntyre going to TNA and then coming back. Oh, and that's not even to mention his run in NXT, where he was NXT champion as well. And of course TNA and NXT have that working relationship now. While Drew has a poo on the floor, it's time for another former TNA World Champion, I'm pretty sure. The current United States Champion, LA Knight, then known as Eli Drake in TNA. I'm sure he won the world title, right? Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but I'm pretty sure he did. Yet to win the big one in WWE, but certainly one of those popular stars. So yeah, name changes weren't very common in the last video. Like, I only use Cactus Jack, not in the last video, in the last match, I only use Cactus Jack because Mick Foley's only available as a manager, but he's been known as Mick Foley in WWE. So all 4 in the previous match were known by the same name in WWE and TNA. However, this match, that's 2 from 2, have had fairly significant name changes. Ah, but here's one who didn't. Another former TNA World Champion and a former WWE World Champion. Kurt Angle, who, I don't know if his latest stint in WWE as general manager and part-time wrestler changed this fact, but something that blew my mind was to find out that at least as a full-time wrestler, Kurt Angle spent more time in TNA than he did in WWE. Like, his run in TNA was longer, which is crazy. But yeah, wow, this Fatal 4-Way is, as far as I know, currently 3 TNA World Champions. So at least 2 are guaranteed to go out of this video in this match. At least 2 former World Champions. That's kind of crazy. Not gonna lie, that is kind of crazy. That do be kind of wild. Okay, who's the final competitor? Oh, okay. I don't remember this man's stint in TNA personally, but my source is fairly reliable, I hope. I used the SmackDown Hotel for a list of everyone who's ever appeared in TNA. And apparently Sandman was there, so Sandman is here. I'm pretty sure former ECW World Champion. He must have won the ECW World title. I'm pretty sure he did, actually, in the early days of ECW. Not long after Shane Douglas declared they were now Extreme Championship Wrestling and weren't the NWA anymore. Again, any of this, correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah, so a former World Champion in his own right, but not in TNA. So, in order to become the best TNA star on WWE 2K24, he's going to have to win a match with 3 former TNA World Champions. And that, by the way, that kendo stick, as we saw in the first match, perfectly legal in a Fatal 4-Way environment, lends itself this tournament to the Sandman, who will only have to consider disqualifications to be a problem in the final, should he get there. And we all know he loves to swing a kendo stick. Singapore Cane, I believe he used to refer to it as. I'm not sure if kendo sticks originate in Singapore, or if his particular brand were from Singapore. If he learnt to swing one in Singapore, I don't know. If anyone knows the backstory of why it's called a Singapore Cane, let me know. If it's like a problem thing, you know, like a bit of a, oh, for somehow that's ended up being a racial thing, then, you know, apologies for saying it in advance, but I obviously don't know the origin story. Otherwise, you know, I wouldn't be asking you what the origin story of it is. I hope that makes sense. Anyway, second Fatal 4-Way. And you guys know this when you clicked on this video, but I'm just now realizing this is going to be a long video. Like, each of the 4-Ways is probably 10 or 15 minutes on its own. So that's like 2 hours just for the first round. Oh heck. What have I committed to here? Okay, Drew, LA Knight, Kurt Angle, and the Sandman. What a 4-Way. Like, I know Sandman would never be involved, but, like, imagine the other three in a 3-way. I mean, Kurt Angle, again, retired. Like, honestly, I'd be quite happy to just see Drew McIntyre and LA Knight mix it up at some point. On the microphone as well as in the ring. I'd love a full program between the two. Both can talk. Wow. And Drew can suplex. Suplexing Kurt Angle with that much authority. That's a statement. And here's another one, a delayed vertical suplex from Drew. No, Kurt Angle drops down behind. Oh, and takes the knee. He's going after the leg, weakening Drew potentially for an ankle lock. Now Sandman taking LA Knight out onto the apron. I was thinking he was wanting to go extreme there, but no, instead sides with Kurt Angle, who was a member of WWE ECW for a while alongside the Sandman, and teamed up, but no, Kurt clothesline to the outside now. Oh, and Kurt is surprisingly the first man to produce a kendo stick from under the ring, not the Sandman. Where is the Sandman's kendo stick? He should have just started the match with it. Oh, big kick in the corner, kind of reminiscent of a haluva kick by one Sami Zayn, by Drew McIntyre there. Sami Zayn, of course, not in this tournament. He has never appeared in TNA, but, you know, his big boot being represented there. Now look at this, sleeper on the outside. It's not false count anywhere, but you can certainly put someone to sleep on the outside. Oh, yeah, says LA Knight, having escaped from the sleeper. Uh-oh. Drew on the far side. We just about saw it in the background. Throws Sandman clean over the top rope to the outside. Is there a microphone on the floor there? Has LA Knight been... Oh, my God. The crowd still did the yeah, and yes, that is a microphone on the outside. I don't know where they've got that from. Maybe LA Knight was about to try and cut a promo before Kurt Angle grabbed him in a sleeper. But yeah, Drew wiped him out with a kendo stick, and now a neck breaker, and now Sandman and Kurt Angle doing battle. They were in the ECW together in the WWE version. Did these two ever cross paths? I don't recall it, but then again, I didn't particularly follow WWE ECW, so, you know. Oh, big neck breaker by LA Knight on Drew McIntyre. Meanwhile, Sandman in his home territory outside the ring here, going after Kurt Angle. I think he went for a Hurricane Rana there. Oh, uppercut by Kurt Angle, and LA Knight hit a belly-to-back suplex on Drew on the outside. This is chaotic. Kurt Angle smashed into the post, but Sandman gets a neck breaker from Drew McIntyre for his troubles. And then Drew and LA Knight clash, running into each other, and then Drew gets sent into the post. Angle thrown into Knight by Sandman, and now a double team. Was it Drew and Sandman that double teamed before as well? I can't remember, but if so, they're forming a little bit of an alliance there, which is an interesting strategy for sure. Now Kurt sends LA Knight the way that LA Knight just sent Sandman, and then Drew sends Kurt the way that Kurt just sent LA Knight, who just sent the Sandman. Now McIntyre going under the ring. He's got a chair. He ignored Kurt Angle, and do that at your peril, sunshine. Slam his head into the apron there. Meanwhile, LA Knight hit some sort of suplex on the outside to Sandman, and then a neck breaker as well. Now Kurt Angle going after LA Knight. German suplex to the United States champion. Kurt Angle probably takes exception to anyone calling themselves champion of the United States. Don't you know that man won an Olympic gold medal for his country? He's the true champion of America. No, he's got the United States champion up in a fireman's carry. Oh, and face first across the apron. Clothesline by Drew to Kurt Angle, though. Oh, now look at this. The double grab. One sent into the ring, one sent towards the steps, managed to avoid contact. And now there's only Drew McIntyre in the ring. Now, it's not falls count anywhere, but Drew, you can't win the ring. You can't win the match if you're in the ring on your own, I'm afraid. And now LA Knight sends Sandman in. And Drew McIntyre pounces. LA Knight, meanwhile, looking for some hardware. Sandman catches the kick. LA Knight's got a kendo stick, and he's hitting Drew in the legs with it. Uh-oh. Oh, my God. Look at this. He's rotating a lot here. Pile driver to Drew McIntyre by Sandman. Here we go. 1, 2. Oh, Kurt breaks it up. I think Drew also rolled the shoulder just in time. But still, that was very close to Sandman doing what I said earlier, which was to take out... Oh, heel hook by Kurt Angle here. Sandman's in a lot of trouble if no one does anything about it, but LA Knight does. But yeah, Sandman almost eliminated 3 former TNA World Champions in one match. Neckbreaker by LA Knight to Kurt Angle. And Kurt Angle's had all sorts of issues with his neck, so Knight wisely goes for a pin after that. But Kurt kicks out at 1, and I think Drew would have been there in time anyway. Headbutt to LA Knight by McIntyre. Big right to Kurt Angle. STO takes down the Olympic gold medalist. Now in comes the Sandman. Right hand by McIntyre. Grabs him by the back of the neck and then just slams him down, clobbers him down. Clotheslines Angle. Oh, LA Knight just broke a kendo stick across Drew McIntyre's head. Oh, Angle's got the leg of LA Knight. Sandman isn't looking. Oh, he's just noticed that Angle had the ankle lock on. Clubbing blow to the back of Angle, and then Drew takes out Sandman. With a flying shoulder tackle to the back, it looked like. German suplex to Angle. Drew's suplexing Kurt Angle all over the place in this match, making a point, sending a message. Powerbomb to Sandman. LA Knight went for a flipping senton, it looked like there, but Drew got out of the way. Now he brings up LA Knight. Oh, air raid crash. Going for the pin. 1. Oh, Kurt Angle's back in to break it up. This has been quite the match. Now McIntyre scoops up Angle into the corner. Snake Eyes. Clothesline to the outside by Sandman on McIntyre. He's feeling it. Now Angle's back up to his feet now, and he's got the Sandman into the corner. Sandman knees out of the corner though, and LA Knight and Drew have found each other on the outside. Clubbing blow to Angle's back in the corner, and then sends him into the corner again. Meanwhile, I didn't see what happened, but Drew's taken down LA Knight on the outside. Got a kendo stick. Oh, LA Knight escapes the kendo stick attack. Gut wrench suplex to McIntyre by Knight. Meanwhile, Angle and Sandman going at it in the ring. LA Knight's looking for some more hardware under the ring. And he's got a chair. Uh-oh. Angle, back Sandman into the corner. Suplex. Oh, but as he's standing up, LA Knight just wipes him out with a chair shot to the head. Going for the pin. 1, 2. Oh, Angle just about kicks out. Drew McIntyre would not have made it in time. Oh my God, the basement dropkick to the face of LA Knight. And now going for the Future Shock DDT. Great counter by LA Knight. Oh, but then eats a chair. Turnabout is fair play. Chair to the back by Angle. Going for the pin. Sandman's in with a chair, but elects to break up the pin in a more traditional way. Big boot to the face of Kurt Angle by Sandman. And now Drew McIntyre's got a microphone. Is he going to cut a promo? No, he's just going to stomp on LA Knight. Oh, he threw the microphone at LA Knight's head. My goodness. And a pile driver to Angle. We all know about Angle's neck. Oh, but Kurt Angle saved by Drew McIntyre. But he might need some medical attention now. Pile driving Kurt Angle. And then biting Drew McIntyre. Sandman is ruthless. Now, what's LA Knight doing here? Oh, microphone to the face of Sandman. Now he's going to kick Drew in the midsection. Got him in a headlock as well. Microphone to the face. LA Knight sure knows how to use a microphone, but we've never seen him use it like that before. Throws it at Kurt Angle. My goodness. LA Knight with the elbow drop, getting the crowd involved as he loves to. Sends Drew to the outside. Kurt Angle kicks off the Sandman. Grabs LA Knight. What's he got in mind for him here? Lifts him up into a fireman's carry. Where are they going? Dropping him across the top rope. Neck first. Now look at that. An amateur wrestling takedown by the Sandman to Kurt Angle. That's wild. Then kicks him in the face a couple of times, reminding us that he is indeed the Sandman. Oh, the microphone to their head as Kurt Angle was just sitting there, swinging downwards. More impact. 1, 2. Kurt Angle kicks out, but Angle is still out of sorts, I feel, ever since the pile driver by Sandman. Look at that, a bulldog takes him down again. And he escapes to the corner where he can't be pinned. LA Knight playing to the crowd on the outside. Scooping a slam by Sandman to Kurt Angle. Blunt force trauma on the outside, but Kurt just avoided a flipping senton by the Sandman in the ring. 1. And LA Knight in. Drew's already up from the BFT, by the way, which is absolutely crazy. Slams Kurt down face first. Does LA Knight. I was going to comment on the fact that he can't pin Drew out there, but I didn't have chance. Oh, there's another BFT, this time to Sandman. And then he gets a kendo stick thrown at him for his troubles. Now Drew going to pick up the pin, pick up the pieces. 1, 2. Oh, Sandman kicked out. This is insane. 10 minutes might have been an underestimate for each match. Stomp to the face of LA Knight. These are crazy good matches, though. Now, Dead lifts him up into a powerbomb and sits down with it. But Angle is up, ready to attack Drew. Drew, back body drops Angle out of the powerbomb type position. Now, kicking Kurt in the face. Oh! Kendo stick to the back of the head at range by the Sandman. Now, LA Knight's grabbed a chair. Sandman's gone up to the top rope. The Sandman waiting for someone to come towards him, but meanwhile, LA Knight's just going to go for the pin. And Drew kicks out. Kurt Angle and Sandman seem to get in each other's way. Oh no, not again. Not again! Kurt Angle can't take another pile driver. My goodness. Now going for the pin. Put Kurt out of his misery. No! LA Knight breaks up the pin! Bulldog tonight. DDT tonight. Now somehow Kurt Angle's back to his feet. There's a kick in the midsection for his troubles. And then sent into the corner. I've no idea how Angle's even standing with his neck. Neck breaker by Drew McIntyre to the Sandman. Suplex by Knight. Now he's got the microphone. There's only Kurt Angle in the ring with him. Oh, he tried to hit Angle with the mic. But Angle dodged it and now into a headlock. No, Angle countered it. He's seen this one before. Right hand. Knight drops the microphone. Now Kurt picks the leg. Sandman and McIntyre fighting on the outside. Has either of them noticed? No, and LA Knight submits. Kurt Angle is going to advance to the best of TNA semi-finals on WWE 2K24. And honestly, that seems about right. Although it feels wrong to not have Drew Galloway or Eli Drake in the semi-finals, but that's the way it had to be. Okay, next match. Alright, third Fatal 4-Way. Oh, he wasn't known as Karrion Kross in TNA, in Impact Wrestling. He was Killer Kross. Can he find that killer streak once again and go on to win this entire tournament? He's got some tough opposition ahead of him, no matter what happens. Like, the fact that the first two qualifiers are Mick Foley and Kurt Angle, absolute Hall of Famers. This is a tall task now for anyone, but Karrion Kross back in the Impact Zone may well fancy his chances, as if he can find that killer instinct once again. No seconds in this tournament. So no Scarlett for Kross, for example. But I didn't experience this era of TNA particularly, but certainly in WWE, Scarlett has not been a big outside influence for Kross, in the sense that, you know, she's not really got physically involved in any way or even as much of a distraction. She's more just moral support. Kross looks ready. He looks intense. Like I say, there it says Karrion Kross, but can he find the killer inside? And also, I mean, a lot of this just depends on luck of the draw. Like, not everyone in this is like a former TNA World Champion, you know. So it sort of depends on who you have to go through, at least in the early stages. Because like the last match, 2 former TNA World Champions got eliminated. Drew McIntyre got eliminated. Like, there's so many people in this tournament now that never have to deal with Drew McIntyre. Hello? NWO music. Okay. I mean, first of all, let me get this out of the way. Rest in peace, Scott Hall. Like, absolutely loved Scott Hall from when I first got into wrestling as a kid, even though I was a little Marky Mark kid, and Scott Hall was a bad guy, I still loved him. All the way to present day, I love Scott Hall. But yeah, Scott Hall in TNA for, as far as I'm aware, kind of a cup of coffee. Like, it wasn't there a super long time, but he was there, and it all counts. So here he is. Steps through the ropes, into the ring. I'm just trying to think, was Killer Kross ever TNA World Champion? I don't think he was, right? I don't think he ever escalated to like that height in TNA, but he was certainly quite a big deal. He was certainly quite formidable in TNA, but I don't think he was ever World Champion there. Again, any of this, correct me if I'm wrong. Oh, hello! It's the WCW reunion party. Booker T was definitely there for more than a cup of coffee. Again, don't think he ever won the world title, but he won, like, was it called the Legends title at the time when he held it? It's been through a lot of different names, that title, and I think it's now retired. I know it's under an unrecognisable name. It might be the Digital Media Championship for all I know. It might have got renamed to that eventually, but yeah, Booker T was definitely in TNA for a while. A while! Main event Mafia. It helps if I could speak. Okay. So, a WWE Hall of Famer, former WWE World Champion. So, no slouch by any stretch, former WCW World Champion. And the final entrant into this Fatal 4-Way. Oh, which one? Ooh, which one? Oh, yeah, here he's Bubba Ray Dudley, but in TNA, in Impact Wrestling, he's Bully Ray, former TNA World Champion. And again, just like Karrion Kross, if he can find that side of him, that TNA, that Impact Wrestling side of him, he could have just become the favourite in this match. Like, to be honest, there's 4 favourites in this match. If Karrion Kross can find his killer side, if Bubba Ray can find his inner bully, and if Booker T and Scott Hall can just perform at the level we expect them to, no matter where they are, this is a hell of a 4-way. This is 4 favourites going up against each other. Everyone else in the field will be glad to see these 4 in a match together. Let's just put it that way, because it means you're not going to have to face 3 of them. Like, that's good news. That is very much good news. Let me just tick off some names on my list so I don't make any mistakes with this series. So we've had Scott Hall, we've had Karrion Kross, we've got Bully Ray or Bubba Ray Dudley, and we've got Booker T. Lovely stuff. And the winner of this will be the 3rd person into the semi-finals. So Scott Hall and Bubba Ray Dudley pairing off. Meanwhile, Karrion Kross taking down Booker T and then taking out Scott Hall from behind. Kross is dominating this match. I said he had to find his killer side, and so far so good. DDT to Scott Hall, and now a gut-wrench suplex. Meanwhile, Booker T taking the fight to Bully Ray, Bubba Ray, whichever. Scott Hall going to the outside, looking for weaponry. And he's got a chair. So to do a little peek behind the curtain, I've not set up any of these matches so far as Extreme Rules, so yeah, the only weapons you're going to see are candlesticks and chairs, but I think that's fine. I don't think we need to have people setting up mad, elaborate table and ladder spots and stuff in these matches. I have no idea where that microphone came from in the last match, but yeah, I think chairs and candlesticks are fine. Oh, Scott Hall disagrees. He don't want Booker T having a candlestick, and into the steps he goes. Meanwhile, Cross and Dudley in the ring doing battle. Bubba Ray moves out the way of Karrion Kross. And then he's trying to suplex here, but Karrion Kross resists it and claps the ears of Bubba Ray Dudley. That'll discombobulate you in a hurry. And now, Alabama Slam. Meanwhile, the WCW alumni are fighting back into the ring now, and Scott Hall's just snake-eyes Booker T in the corner. Now choking away, Greco-Roman throat hold. Scott Hall bringing out the technical stuff. Bubba Ray sent off the ropes, back elbow by Kross, but Scott Hall's grabbed him from behind, scoops him up, side slam. Now Booker T having a look under the ring again on the outside. Meanwhile, Scott Hall taking the fight to Kross. Oh, chair to, I believe the leg is where he's hitting Bubba Ray Dudley there. And Karrion Kross has just ejected Scott Hall from the ring. If this were a battle royal, Scott Hall would be out of it right now. Kross face on the outside. Get it, Kross face. Karrion Kross face. Oh, knee to the Scott Hall face. And then a chair to the face as well. Karrion Kross is on one. Where have you got a table from? I was just talking about the fact that tables and stuff aren't available. Of course, Bubba Ray Dudley managed to find a table. Regardless of the fact that I don't even think I put any under the ring. Like, I genuinely thought in a normal Fatal 4-Way, the weapons available under the ring were 3 chairs and 3 kendo sticks. But Bubba Ray's found a table from somewhere. That's wild. Okay, Scott Hall onto the apron. Big left hand by Booker T out onto the apron with him. Uh-oh, hardest part of the ring. I know I've already told you, but oh! When it's a move like that, you've got to re-emphasize it. Good grief. Meanwhile, back in the ring, Karrion Kross. Uh-oh. The cross jacket? Does he call it or something? I don't know. He's got Bubba Ray locked in it no matter what, though. But Bully Ray breaks out. I think Bubba Ray got locked in and Bubba Ray fought out. Clothesline to Kross by Bully Ray. And now Scott Hall's found a kendo stick. Yes, you're allowed that. Don't know where Bubba Ray thinks he's getting a table from. The scoundrel. Now Bubba Ray going up top. Hello? Not something we see a whole lot from Bubba Ray Dudley. But he's up there now, and Karrion Kross stumbling to his feet slowly but surely. And we don't even get to see what happened. I think Kross actually caught him into a power slam, which is wild, and the camera cut away. Is Kevin Dunn in charge of this video? What's going on? Why are we missing big spots? Now Karrion Kross goes after Booker T, who's back in the ring now. Stomps on his chest. Scott Hall's going to join us as well, just as Booker T rolls back to the outside. Scoops up Karrion Kross. Snake Eyes in the corner. Clothesline to Scott Hall by Bubba Ray Dudley. Now Booker T goes around and grabs the kendo stick. Comes back into the ring as Scott Hall hits the clothesline on Bubba Ray. Oh, he swings and he hits Scott Hall. Karrion Kross manages to avoid the contact though. Off the ropes. Oh, big backdrop by Karrion Kross. But Booker T kicks him in the head as he goes to follow up and then knees him seemingly in the ribs. Scott Hall's got Booker T, sends him over the top rope, but Booker T holds on the apron. Bubba Ray's got Karrion Kross in the opposite corner. Back elbow by Kross. Scott Hall's got a chair. Booker T's threatening him with a punch. Scott Hall says, no thank you, and chairs him in the face. And in the side of the head as well. Now Kross back into the corner. Bubba Ray's got a kendo stick. Oh, he just broke it by stabbing it into Kross's chest. That's brutal. Goes to the pin. 1. No, Kross kicks out 1. Wow. Yeah, I think we might be dealing with Killer Kross here, not Karrion Kross. To take a shot like that, to be hit with the pointy end in the chest. Bookend to Bubba Ray Dudley. But yeah, to get hit with the pointy end in the chest and then kick out at 1. Meanwhile, Karrion Kross just left the ring. What the hell? But Scott Hall broke up the pin. Karrion Kross seemed to be willing to lose the match there. Has he lost interest now he's been stabbed in the chest? Choke slam to Booker T by Scott Hall. No, Kross comes back in. He's had a change of heart. Scott Hall, though, fights him off. I can't believe Cross nearly allowed the match to end there. Kicks Scott Hall in the back of the leg 3 times. Grabs him. Bubba Cutter. Karrion Kross has got Scott Hall. Snake Eyes in the corner. Oh, he's just noticed the pin. Now he breaks it up. I don't know. Was it just Booker T he was okay with winning? Uh-oh. Pump handle up into... Oh, and down. I'm sure he's got a name for that, but I don't know it off the top of my head. 1, 2, and he wins it after nearly walking away from the match. It's a big win. I think he did find his killer inside. Big win for Killer Kross. I'm going to call him Killer Kross here. And let's get on with the next match, shall we? Alright, who's up next? Oh, okay, so definitely was only in TNA for a cup of coffee and certainly not the highlight of his career, but was undoubtedly there and is undoubtedly an absolute all-timer. So despite the lack of impact, pun intended, of his TNA run, certainly a good contender for one of the best former TNA guys on WWE 2K24, just purely by association. By the way, I do want to point out really quickly that I have indeed missed someone, because his first appearance in TNA was so recent, he wasn't on the list. He might be now if I refreshed it, but it's been a while since I opened up the page with the list on. But yeah, JBL obviously appeared recently at the end of the Iron Man match between Josh Alexander and Nick Nemeth. Didn't have him listed and forgot all about it. So I've already started with as if there's 44, so JBL's not going to be included. We're just going to say that the cutoff was just before then. I guess, let's just do something like that. Okay, so X-Pac, the gimmick, never appeared, but Sean Waltman, the man behind X-Pac, did appear in TNA for a while. So, yeah, known in the game as X-Pac or 6. Honestly, I've just been hitting random until I get 4 guys that haven't been before and that qualify. And this is the version of Sean Waltman we landed on first. So, there will only be X-Pac in this. He's not going to get 2 attempts. 6 will not be appearing. Yeah, Macho Man and 6. Or X-Pac, I should say. So it's not 6. It's either Sean Waltman or X-Pac. The one person it's not is 6. Now, who else is going to pad out this Fatal 4-Way? This is already a very fun match before we even add the final 2. Let's see who's out next. Oh, okay. Along with Bubba Ray Dudley, also appeared in my recent Paul Heyman guy video. Did this man, Rob Van Dam. But now he's here to try and prove whether or not he's the best TNA person on WWE 2K24. I could add JBL in by just simply making the final first round match a 5-way. But if I were going to have JBL involved, that would be 45 guys, and I could have just done 9 5-ways, and then 3 triple threat semifinals and a triple threat final. So I don't think I'm going to be perfectly honest. I think I'm just going to stick with the 44. And JBL be damned. Be really cool if WWE 2K25 took advantage of the TNA NXT partnership and did like a TNA DLC pack with, like, I'd have Jordan Grace in it, I'd have Josh Alexander, I'd probably have Nick Nemeth, probably have the Rascals because they've been appearing quite a bit. Oh, it's Santos Escobar! So, you may be confused and thinking I never saw Santos Escobar. Well, he wore a mask, and I don't know for sure how to pronounce this, but I believe he was called King Cuerno when he was still masked. and appeared in TNA under his masked gimmick. So, yeah. Santos Escobar counts. Same person, same human being. Anyway, yeah, I think it'd be really cool if there was like a current TNA guys DLC pack. They're usually about 5 or 6 people. So what did I just list then? Jordan Grace, Josh Alexander, Nick Nemeth, the Rascals. Maybe that could be it. Oh, Rosemary. Rosemary's been in NXT a fair bit as well. Yeah, I think that would be a good balance. Like 2 guys, a tag team, and 2 girls. Spot on. Love it. Anyway, this Fatal 4-Way is ready to go. Let me know who you would put in a WWE 2K25 current TNA Stars DLC pack. Oh, Joe Hendry. Duh. Joe Hendry has to be in it. Maybe instead of Josh Alexander or Nick Nemeth, or maybe just make it a 7-person pack. Anyway, let's focus on the action now. RVD and X-Pac. There's a dream match I never realised I wanted until I've just seen them interact. That would have been one hell of a martial arts mega match, wouldn't it? Now, Rob Van Dam from the Extreme Championship Wrestling world knows all about no DQ matches, and he's gone and got a chair, and he's hit Santos Escobar in the back with it. Meanwhile, Macho Man Randy Savage seems to think X-Pac is in a Halloween outfit, and he's trying to pull his mask off. That's his face, good sir. Sends Rob Van Dam into the corner, but it goes after Santos. And you know what? As much as it's a mismatch in terms of, like, success levels, at least at this stage in Escobar's career, Escobar and Macho Man. Yes, please. Oh, that last suplex was right neck first on the chair for Macho Man. Monkey flip to Santos Escobar, and then a drop kick to the midsection by X-Pac to RVD, and it leaves just them 2 in the ring. Uh-oh. Press slam drop. Uh-oh, and he's following it up with a standing moonsault, and I'm going to resist the urge to do the thing I did for a while on this channel, which was if anyone ever hit a press slam in a match during a video, that would definitely be the thumbnail, just because it was fun to keep that going. But I'm not going to do that here. I'm going to try and do an actual decent, although it's got A/B testing. Maybe I'll make that one of the thumbnails and see what happens. Anyway, oh, Poison Rana to Savage by Escobar. Meanwhile, RVD just dropped X-Pac on his head as well, and now Poison Rana for him. And now goes for the pin, but Savage is already back up. This is why he was WWF champion for a year. Like, you know, it takes a bit to keep him down. Drop kick knocks Escobar to the outside. Meanwhile, Rob Van Dam just drop kick X-Pac into a different dimension, it seems. Now Savage coming out with a chair. Oh, but Escobar intercepts. Meanwhile, X-Pac and RVD back into the ring. So we're going to pay most attention to them, as it's not false count anywhere. Only those 2 can currently win or lose the match. X-Pac shoved his away from the grip of Rob Van Dam. And now Rob Van Dam elbows his way out of the grip of X-Pac. Meanwhile, Macho Man playing to the crowd at ringside. Allows Escobar to get up, which may have been a mistake. Oh! Big shot to the face of X-Pac. And now RVD going up top. What's he got in mind here? Oh, a big leg drop off the top. Macho Man and Escobar seem to have created quite the rivalry for themselves on the outside here. Escobar dodges the knee drop. 5-star frog splash. No, X-Pac dodges it. That was a big chance for Rob Van Dam. Is Rob Van Dam a former TNA World Champion? I think he might be, you know. Not 100% on that one, but I think he might be. Uh-oh. Crossface chicken wing by X-Pac. He's got it locked in. Can he get the submission victory? No. Van Dam breaks the leg lock around the waist and then breaks free. And Escobar was in to try and break it up anyway. And now powering through X-Pac and a big kick to finish it off there. Oh, but a chair to the back by Macho Man. And now throws the chair at Escobar. Those 2 having issues, but then RVD interrupts those issues with a clothesline to Macho Man Randy Savage. And I was quite strict on this, by the way, because earlier in the randomization process, I did land on Macho King Randy Savage. But I decided that's not the same. I wanted Macho Man. Because if there's alternatives, like I also managed to land on Razor Ramon earlier, but I was like, no, if the actual person, the actual gimmick that they used in TNA is available, I will definitely stay true to it. So yeah, Scott Hall over Razor Ramon, Macho Man over Macho King as well. Suplex to X-Pac by Escobar. There's a lot of X and Esk sounds in that. I'm amazed I managed to get it out in one attempt. Rob Van Dam. Oh! Rolls through onto Escobar. Oh, but then gets clotheslined into the corner by Savage. Now just choking away at Rob Van Dam with the sole of his boot. Nowhere for RVD to go, and nothing the referee could do about it until Savage decided to let go. Escobar's got a kendo stick. He's going round after X-Pac, it seems. Right to the side of that head. Beating on X-Pac, and now comes back into the ring where Van Dam, sends Savage into him. Misses with the moonsault. Savage into the corner. But then RVD gets in the way, so Escobar hits him with a Hurricane Rana instead. But that gives Savage enough time to recover to back elbow into Escobar. Scoop and a slam. I think Van Dam just punched him in the back while he was scooped up as well. Does that count as a double team? I don't know if Savage knew anything about it. Drop kick to X-Pac by Rob Van Dam. Now hooks the leg. 1, 2. Oh, X-Pac just kicked out. That was a good opportunity for Rob Van Dam to advance to the semi-finals. Here comes Macho Man. German suplex. Big chair shot to the head of Escobar by Savage though, and these two going at it again. This time they're left alone in the ring. Clothesline by Savage. He's going up top. Is he thinking elbow drop? He is indeed. He points to the sky. Oh, and Santos Escobar moves out the way. Hurricane Rana on the outside by X-Pac to Rob Van Dam. But great dodge by Escobar. That could have been the end of the match if Savage would have connected with that elbow drop. Very few have ever kicked out of that. Now Rob Van Dam rejoins the fray in the ring. Bulldog to Macho Man Randy Savage. Clubbing blow to the back of the neck. I should mention as well, because people will be like, oh, why'd you say it for Scott Hall but not for Macho Man? Yeah, massive rest in peace to Macho Man Randy Savage as well. Another one of my I don't care that he's a heel, I really like him guys from my childhood WCW days. That's my Macho Man, the black and white madness Macho Man. I know most people fondly remember this version, but that's my Macho Man. I wish they'd include that Macho Man in a game one day. Double backbreaker by Savage and X-Pac, by the way, but then Savage went for the pin even though X-Pac was right there, which didn't work out for him. Oh, he's going for the hammerlock here. Back elbow by Savage. Running elbow intercepted by a kick by X-Pac, who now grabs Santos Escobar, takes him into the corner, and then gets clotheslined in the back of the neck by Macho Man. But yeah, rest in peace Randy Savage, of course. Oh, Fez press by Savage onto Rob Van Dam. Scoop and a slam to Escobar, and now is Savage thinking elbow drop. There's an X-Pac right there. And in fact, X-Pac's waiting for Santos to get back to his feet, but then Macho Man intercepts and so does Rob Van Dam. Now X-Pac up against the ropes. What's Van Dam got in mind here? Sends X-Pac to the outside. Oh, and then gets a kendo stick thrown at his head by Macho Man Randy Savage. I think he was thinking of doing like a dive to the outside, but instead really got interrupted in quite a rude fashion, to be perfectly honest. Running elbow through the face now of RVD as well by Macho Man. Now going after the arm of Rob Van Dam. I'd say the legs are more dangerous, to be honest, in the case of Rob Van Dam. But, you know, whatever strategy works. Punch to the face. That strategy works on anyone. Let's be honest. Stomp to the back. Rob Van Dam struggles into the corner, trying to lift himself up. What's Savage got in mind here, though? Oh, he's just going to bounce his head off the turnbuckle. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, Rob Van Dam blocks the 9. Savage paused and maybe shouldn't have. Oh, Escobar hits X-Pac with a chair as Rob Van Dam hits one of those educated martial arts kicks with a springboard. Very nicely done. Educated feet, as commentators like to say. Rolls out the way of Escobar and then a German suplex, but then gets caught by Savage coming back with the drop kick. Now Savage turns his attention to Escobar again. These two really have an issue. We should have a grudge match between these two for sure. Gut wrenches him up, but Escobar drops down behind. They're just ignoring Rob Van Dam, honestly. STO. X-Pac comes into the ring with a kendo stick, and Van Dam says, nah. Escobar sends Van Dam off the ropes. Back elbows avoided by RVD. The kicks avoided. The forearms avoided. The punches not. My goodness, that was a great little exchange. And now RVD and X-Pac going to double team Santos Escobar. Uh-oh. What's Macho Man got in mind here? Powerbombing X-Pac. No. X-Pac punching him in the face. Meanwhile, kendo stick to the head of Escobar, courtesy of Rob Van Dam. This match is wild. RVD roly-polying out the way, but doesn't get out the way of that clothesline. And now they leave Macho Man and Escobar in the ring one more time. Into the corner goes Santos. Macho Man goes for the kendo stick. Oh, he throws it at X-Pac. Running elbow. Don't get in my way. I want to take out this guy. But that time allowed Escobar to recover. Back elbow to Savage, who then eats a bulldog courtesy of Van Dam. That distraction from X-Pac saved Escobar, I think, from whatever Macho Man had in mind. Vintage RVD with the backflip into the shoulder tackle in the corner. Now what has Savage got planned for X-Pac? Scoop and a slam. Now is he thinking of going up top? No, he goes to the middle rope. X-Pac slowly stirring, but Savage gets caught by Rob Van Dam, dragged off the middle rope, but rolls to the outside and rolls back in just in time to be hit with a kendo stick. And then Rob Van Dam hit with a big knee by Escobar, who's really feeling it here. And he's got X-Pac up, and he's got him down. Samoan driver goes for the pin. No, of course it's Savage who's there to stop Escobar picking up the win. After the little rivalry they've pieced together in this match so far, of course it was Macho Man Randy Savage. Now it's just RVD and Savage in the ring. Uh-oh. Pile driver, shout out to Jerry Lynn from RVD there with the style of pile driver, the cradle pile driver that he just hit. And is that enough? No, Savage kicks out. Woo! Uh-oh, you know you're dealing with the X Factor. And now goes for the pin after hitting it on RVD. 1, 2... Santos couldn't get there in time, but RVD kicked out. And now Escobar clubs X-Pac to the floor. And now Savage rolls through. Oh, knee to the face, though, after the jab. Now he's got X-Pac up as Escobar hits the Samoan driver the second time. And this time RVD's there to break it up. That's twice Escobar could have potentially won this match if the pinfalls hadn't been broken up by someone else. Now Savage takes Escobar into the corner. Uh-oh, what's he got in mind here? Look at the athleticism of Savage, and then look at the chair to the face of X-Pac by Rob Van Dam. Savage knocks Escobar off the apron using Rob Van Dam. He now turns his attention to X-Pac. Belly to back, atomic drop. Now Escobar turns his attention to RVD temporarily. Meanwhile, X-Pac locks in the crossface chicken wing on Macho Man Randy Savage. Escobar saves Savage. Now, he had to do that to save the match for himself, but you know that probably didn't feel great for Santos Escobar, having to save Randy Savage there. Look at this. Off the ropes twice goes X-Pac. Tilt-a-whirl backbreaker. No, he catches him and drops the leg across the throat. Very innovative offense by Escobar. Uh-oh. RVD up on the shoulders. Went for the Hurricane Rana. Escobar caught it. Uppercut by Escobar. Goes for the pin. 1, 2. Oh, RVD kicked out. Savage didn't seem to have noticed that his rival almost got the pin there. He took out X-Pac with a clothesline. But, yeah. Oh, stomp on the toes of Savage here. Now lifts him up. Powerbomb. Sit down powerbomb to Randy Savage by Santos Escobar. Now he faces off with RVD. RVD elbows to the midsection of Escobar. X-Pac rejoining the fray as well now. What's RVD got in mind? Sends Escobar into the corner. Bulldog by X-Pac to Rob Van Dam. Savage stirs to his feet. X-Pac's got him here. Scoops him up. Slams him down. Hits the ropes. Leg drop. And now goes for the pin. Escobar in the corner can only watch as he tries to regain his senses. And Macho Man just about kicked out. I think Escobar might have made it, but wasn't 100% sure. You know, you're dealing with the X Factor. And he's just X Factored Macho Man as well. That's 2 of the 3 opponents. But he goes for the pin right in front of Santos Escobar. Maybe thinking Escobar wouldn't save Savage again, but Escobar wants to win this whole tournament. He didn't come into this to get into a feud with Macho Man Randy Savage. He came into this to have King Cuerno named the best TNA guy on WWE 2K24. But X-Pac takes the kendo stick from him, hits him in the midsection, and hits him in the back of the neck. Uh-oh, cradle pile driver by Rob Van Dam. Meanwhile, X-Pac threatening some kung fu there. Goes for the pin. X-Pac slides back into the ring, sees it out the corner of his eye and breaks up the pin. Monkey flip to X-Pac by Rob Van Dam. Rob Van Dam, the only man standing currently, but Savage trying to get back to his feet slowly but unsurely. Clothesline to RVD, however. Kick into the knee, basement drop kick by X-Pac. But Savage just uses the other knee for the inverted atomic drop. Scoop and a slam. Now going for the pin, and Escobar's right there. And he'll take great joy in breaking up that particular pinfall. Now X-Pac and Escobar are going to team up here. Easy for me to say. Double gutbuster to Savage, but now they immediately turn on each other. Off the ropes goes Escobar. Down under goes X-Pac. Up and over goes X-Pac. Arm drag. Going for the pin. Anything could finish this match after how long it's been going for. 1, 2. Oh, but not that. Escobar kicks out. Knee to the face of X-Pac by Rob Van Dam, who then gets a chair thrown at his head by Savage. That should be it. That was brutal. 1, 2. No, RVD, no stranger to getting hit in the face with a steel chair, has built up something of an immunity. He's had his steel chair inoculations in ECW. And a short arm clothesline by Savage after a couple of kicks to the midsection. Oh my life. You guys don't get a break after this one, but I'm going to take a little break before I start the next match, I think. Rest my vocal cords a little bit. Savage, thinking elbow drop. Points to the heavens. Hits the elbow. 1, 2. X-Pac got into the ring but didn't break up the pin. Escobar is fuming on the outside that Savage advances. So, there we go. We have another semi-finalist. Let's get on with the next match, shall we? Alright, back to it. When I say I had a break, I literally paused, had a drink, and then just set up the next match. Anyway, Ken Shamrock, former NWA World Champion under the TNA banner right back in the very early days. I can't remember which way round they were. Was he first or second? He was either the first or second, and R-Truth was the other one. Spoilers for who's appearing later in this video. Let me know in the comments, I can't quite remember. But he was either the first champion in the TNA era of the NWA, or he was the second. I'm pretty sure. Obviously former WWE Intercontinental and Tag Team Champion as well. And Hardcore probably. Pretty much everyone was. So yeah. So, and UFC absolute badass, like, former champion? Question mark? Don't remember if he actually ever won the UFC title, but, you know. Anyway, we know he's tough. Ah! Angel Garza, who in TNA was known as Garza Jr., I believe. According to my list. That's not from personal knowledge. Angel Garza going to appear here. And I feel sorry for everyone who got drawn in this match with Ken Shamrock, to be perfectly honest. But that's rough. Like, that's rough, buddy. That's rough. On the plus side, at least it's not one-on-one. I don't want to go one-on-one with Ken Shamrock. I don't know about you guys. I have no desire to ever go one-on-one with Ken Shamrock. Angel Garza looking very cool, calm, and collected, though. He doesn't look worried about this at all. He's very confident in his own abilities, and you gotta be, aren't you, to make it in pro wrestling. Be that TNA or WWE, or in the case of this video, both. Now, who's this? Don't immediately recognize this music. It's quite quiet for me, though. Oh! So, Cameron Grimes, who in TNA was, of course, Trevor Lee. Let me just check my list real quick, but I'm fairly sure his name was Trevor Lee there. Yeah, there he is. Who's obviously a former X Division champion, and I am doing that from memory, and a former $1 Million champion in NXT. So no stranger to winning singles accolades, but I'm going to go out on a limb and say this would be the biggest honor of his career. So, you know, fight for all you're worth, Cameron Grimes / Trevor Lee. And who's the fourth and final competitor? That's the LWO music again. Oh, okay. Joaquin Wilde, formerly known as DJZ, formerly known as Zema Ion, I think was the original name in TNA. It's only listed as DJZ on the list I've got in front of me, but I'm sure that was just Zema Ion. I'm sure that's what the Z was short for. Yeah. Former X Division champion, I think? I'm sure he won the X Division championship. I'm sure I was watching when he did. I've been very on and off with my TNA viewership over the years and Impact, but I'm sure I remember him with the X Division title, or at least in a feud for it. If he didn't win it, I definitely watched him compete for it. So, I'm going to try and have some better luck than Santos Escobar just had. So, Ken Shamrock, the only former world champion under the TNA umbrella of the four. But the others still absolutely nothing to sniff at in terms of in-ring ability. Garza and Wilde pair off. Meanwhile, Ken Shamrock is just kneeing the ribs and gnawing the head of Cameron Grimes. That's crazy. Now Shamrock going to join Angel Garza. No! Meeting of the minds courtesy of Wilde. And then he does a little springboard thing that went nowhere near hitting anyone. Now Cameron Grimes coming through like a bulldozer. Oh, big right hand for Shamrock from Angel Garza. Now he's going to springboard and drop kick. And he hits Shamrock and DJZ. Wild, that's the one. I'm going to steer clear of Wild's first name as much as I can because I genuinely still am not sure how you're supposed to pronounce it. Is it Joaquin? Is it Joaquin? Is it Joaquin? I don't know. Joaquin? I don't know. Just call him DJZ. Here's the knees in the corner to Cameron Grimes again. Cameron Grimes is going to have no ribs left. They're going to be dust if Ken Shamrock has his way. And now, just because Ken Shamrock isn't dangerous enough, now we have Ken Shamrock with a kendo stick. Watch out, Wild. Oh, he walked away. Oh, no! I thought he just saved himself by walking away just in time, but Shamrock fires that kendo stick like a missile launcher. Like a homing launcher. Oh. Big Enziguri. Face breaker, code breaker, that's the term. Face breaker's good though. By Angel Garza there to Wild, and all four men fighting on the outside. There's a chair there. Who got that out? I don't remember anyone getting that. I mustn't have been paying attention when that happened. And it's kind of blending in with the mats at ringside. Oh, springboard Hurricane Rana, and then the head spring. Beautiful athleticism by Garza. Goes for the early pin. No, only gets a 1 count, and Ken Shamrock was there to break it up anyway. And does not appreciate Angel Garza trying to eliminate him from this tournament by pinning someone else. Pin me, you coward. Oh, kitchen sink for Wild. But he just rolls straight to the outside and German suplexes Garza. My goodness. Rainmaker! So Cameron Grimes by Ken Shamrock. And now going for the pin. Forearm in the face. Even his pins are brutal. Wild came in to break it up, saw that Cameron Grimes was kicking out anyway, and just left. Just thought better of it, I guess. And who can blame him? Oh, to the face of Garza, who retaliates with a clothesline after closing the gap. Now Shamrock under and over in the ring. Uh-oh. Belly to belly. That's vintage Ken Shamrock. He's won matches with that move. But he went for the legs, maybe thinking ankle lock. But Cameron Grimes, as soon as Shamrock touched his legs, he kicked him off. He's very aware of the danger of Ken Shamrock's ankle lock. Now, can Ken Shamrock become the second man with an ankle lock finisher in the semi-finals? Of course, Kurt Angle already qualified. Maybe I should do a who's the best ankle lock technician in a submission match between Shamrock and Kurt Angle. That'd be fun. Oh! Headshot. Clothesline. Now Wild's got Grimes. Shamrock's got Garza. Oh, synchronized. Rolling them into the ring. Then they turn on each other and a DDT to Wild on the outside by Shamrock. Meanwhile, Garza and Grimes going at it. Went for the drop kick after the snapmare. Grimes moved out the way. Shamrock's looking for another kendo stick. Did he just throw it and hit the ring post instead of Garza? I think he might have. And you know what? It was Wild, not Garza. Garza's the one being pinned in the ring. Oh, he went for the cave-in, but Wild dodged it. Great evasive strategy by DJZ, the former DJZ. Suplex by Shamrock to Garza. Oh, big German suplex by Cameron Grimes to Wild. And now going for the pin. Meanwhile, Shamrock's dragging the lifeless body of Garza around. But the referee was too busy preoccupied with Shamrock to notice the pin that time. Kicking the back of the head of Cameron Grimes. Now hooking up Wild for a suplex, and he hits it. Clothesline to Grimes. Now going for the pin. Any opportunity you get where all your opponents are out of the way, either down or outside the ring, might as well go for a pin. But Grimes kicks out at 2. Uh-oh. Shamrock picks the leg. Goes for the ankle lock. Oh, immediately broken up by Garza, who was paying attention. Saves Wild from a potential submission situation. Shamrock did not appreciate that. German suplex with a bridge. 1, 2. Oh, Garza kicks out. There's no one there to save Garza that time. But he kicked out of his own volition. A Russian leg sweep. Uh-oh. Holds on. Octopus stretch seated on the floor there. You're doing well to make Shamrock submit, but Cameron Grimes makes sure it doesn't happen by interfering with the submission. And then Wild got some shots into the face of Shamrock to fully escape. Kitchen sink to Shamrock. Hits Garza, who was carrying a chair around with ill intentions, I would speculate. Uh-oh. Nice move by Grimes. Hooks the legs. 1, 2. Ooh, just about kicks out, does Wild. 2 9/10. Arm dragged by Grimes. And now Shamrock grabs, picks the ankle, but Garza's right there to save Cameron Grimes. I mean, really, he's saving the match for himself, but effectively, the end result is he's saving Cameron Grimes from the ankle lock. Beautiful lung blower there by Garza. Goes for the pin. Wild hit Grimes with the chair, choosing not to save Shamrock there. Uh-oh. Double underhook. Uh-oh. Wing clipper. And now going to try and get the submission. No. Wild there to break it up. The difficulty in these fatal four-ways is finding your opportunity to actually hit your finish and put away someone without someone else interfering. You know, kind of like this. 450 splash, but Shamrock's right there. Surely Wild saw him. I know you get tunnel vision in these situations, but he was right in front of him. Basically had to leapfrog over him to hit that. Now Wild to the outside, courtesy of Shamrock. Big right hand by Grimes to Shamrock. Headlock. Oh, little short punch to the face. They're the ones that really sting, especially if you got him right in the nose. It'll water his eyes. Make it hard to see. Arm dragged by Grimes. Wild's got a chair. Garza's got Grimes. He's got him up. Oh, drops him on his head. Double underhook pile driver. Goes for the pin. 1, 2. Oh, that would have been an upset. Like, no disrespect to Garza, but that would have been an upset. in my opinion. The only one here to have not held singles gold, as far as I'm aware, in either company, TNA or WWE. He may have held the X Division Championship when I wasn't paying attention, but as far as I know. Anyway, big win for Cameron Grimes, pins Angel Garza and advances. And everyone else in the field will breathe a sigh of relief that Ken Shamrock did not advance, I do believe. This is quite the semi-final lineup so far, but let's keep adding to it. He's going to put his hat on, and we're going to go to the next match. Alright. Whenever the halfway point in this match is, that's halfway through the first round. Kudos to you for sticking with this. I really appreciate you. Let me know in the comments if you got here by giving me this guy's name when he appeared in TNA and New Japan. Now, I'll give you a few seconds to put it and have a little bit of personal pride. I do know what it is, so I'm not asking it because I'm not sure. Just giving you a chance to just leave a little comment and show your knowledge. Okay, you know whether you got it with or without my help. This is Jonah, known in WWE as Bronson Reed, or Big Bronson Reed, as they insist on calling him, as if that's his first name, the big bit. He's even got big on his tummy. Guess he's embracing it. Got a page tattoo. On the other one, he should get a surveyor tattoo, so it's up to date. I'm sure that's not the page that it's referencing. It's probably his partner or child or something. Sister. Don't know. Anyway, Jonah / Bronson Reed holds a clean pinfall victory over Kazuchika Okada, who is not on this game but did appear in TNA. Out next, Scott Steiner. Now, this version of Scott Steiner wasn't the one that appeared in TNA, granted. It was very much Big Papa Pump, being his biggest popperist and pumpist, and also being quite the mathematician. But Scott Steiner be Scott Steiner, and I haven't done enough My Faction to have Big Papa Pump Scott Steiner unlocked yet. So, yeah. This is the version that we're going with for this video. If anyone wants to, like, come round to my house and sit on my PlayStation and grind My Faction so I can have all the unlocks, that'd be awesome.
There's a hurricane coming through.
There is indeed a hurricane coming through. Gregory Shane Helms, he was known as in TNA, according to the list here. I don't personally remember that, but I certainly remember this guy, the Hurricane. I have plenty of Hurricane merch. 2, maybe 3 shirts? And I think a figure I've got somewhere. I just checked if it was directly behind me. I can't see it, so it's somewhere else. I don't know. But, yeah. Big love for the Hurricane. Holds a singles pinfall victory over The Rock, since we were talking before about impressive wins with regard to Bronson Reed. Scott Steiner, I mean, former WCW World Champion, plenty of impressive victories. We don't need to list a particular one. He's the sort of guy you list your victory over, not the guy to list his victories over specific people. Now, Umaga! Some of you may or may not know this, but he appeared in TNA as ECMO Fatu. And if you're in the category that did not know this, join the club. I didn't know this until I did the research for this video either. So, there you go. But yeah, the Samoan Bulldozer, rest in peace, of course, to Umaga, or as William Regal loves to call him, Umanga. Pretty sure Umaga's got some impressive singles victories under his belt as well in WWE. I can't name much that three of the 4 of these did in TNA, to be perfectly honest. Obviously, Scott Steiner being the one, being the exception. Can definitely name something Scott Steiner did. But nonetheless, they are here. And they're ready to do battle. Here we go. Referee calls for the bell. And they're off. Steiner and Umaga pair off. And meanwhile, Hurricane gets the unfortunate task. To be honest, Hurricane gets the unfortunate task of being in this match. I was about to say of pairing off with Bronson Reed. But Hurricane is so outsized here by Umaga, Bronson Reed, and Scott Steiner. If Hurricane wins this match, that's not an upset, that's a miracle. And it will prove once and for all that he has superpowers. Of course, I recently did a video in which his protege, Mighty Molly, tried to take down Molly Holly, no relation, on her birthday. Feel free to check that out once we're done here. If you're still wanting more simulated WWE 2K24 after this video, then feel free to check it out. Uh-oh. Big Bronson Reed with a big press slam. No, Scott Steiner, I think, went to the eye there. Back elbow by Reed, though. Hurricane attacking Steiner from behind. Gets a back elbow for his troubles. And now Reed and Steiner pair back up. Reed's got him up. Scott Steiner elbowing him in the jaw. And wriggles free. Knee to the midsection. Umaga's got a kendo stick. Of all the people in the world who do not need a weapon, Umaga is near the top of that list. Oh, knee to the face of Scott Steiner. Look at Hurricane. Hurricane Rana to Bronson Reed. Meanwhile, Umaga takes Scott Steiner into the corner. Hurricane tries for a rear waist lock, but Umaga just butt bumps him out of it and then takes him out with a clothesline STO combination looking thing. Looking boy. No, Scott. Oh, look at that suplex. The beautiful technique on the suplex by Scott Steiner. Hurricane Rana. I'm going to stick to that pun. On Bronson Reed on the outside here. And a headbutt to Scott Steiner on the inside. And Umaga goes for the first pinfall attempt of the match. One. Only a one count. Oh, Hurricane takes down Bronson Reed on the outside. Maybe a little bit of a hair pull there, but you know, when you've got that much of a size disadvantage, a discrepancy like that, you take all these chances you get given, don't you? Now, Hurricane into the ring. Umaga's got a chair, which is good news for absolutely no one, except, I guess, Umaga. But Hurricane manages to disarm him. Turnabout. Oh, shot to the back by Bronson Reed, and then scoops up Hurricane, who drops down behind. Reverse DDT. Oh, and bounces off Umaga. He tried for a flying forearm, and he literally bounced. There's a kendo stick that's appeared now. Oh, Hurricane squashed in the corner. And Scott Steiner just took down the knee, took out the knee of Bronson Reed, and goes after it again. Now going after Umaga, he also bounces off. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Oh, Samoan Spike was blocked by Steiner. Frankensteiner, standing Frankensteiner, goes for the pin after celebrating briefly. 1, 2. Oh, I was going to say that's the shortest fatal four-way of the lot so far, but it was not yet. Another Hurricane Rana on the outside there. By the way, unless Scott Steiner's the one doing it, I would usually distinguish between a Hurricane Rana and a Frankensteiner. A Frankensteiner to me is the one off the top rope, and a Hurricane Rana is the one from standing. But when Scott Steiner does it from standing, to me it's still a Frankensteiner because it's Scott Steiner. Squashed in the corner is Scott Steiner there. 1, 2. Ooh, Steiner kicks out before Hurricane can save him, which I don't think Hurricane would have made it. And the kick just bounced off Umaga. Like, everyone in this match is finding it really hard to even take Umaga off his feet. Oh, big slam by Umaga. And now doesn't even back down from Hurricane with the kendo stick, just takes him out instead. Now going after Scott Steiner. This is craziness. Oh, and then the double punch to the face of Steiner just floors him by Bronson Reed and Umaga, who's now carrying Umaga around. Sorry, Bronson Reed, that is. He's carrying Umaga around like he's a cruiserweight. Forearm smashes to the face of Umaga in that camel clutch position. Oh, chair shot to the face of the Hurricane. My goodness. And now Bronson Reed's got a kendo stick. Going after the knee of Umaga. Might be smart. Goes for the pin. Hurricane sneaks in from behind though. Breaks up the pin. Bronson Reed sent into the corner by Hurricane with some velocity. And then a Russian leg sweep to Scott Steiner. Hurricane coming back into this one. Uh-oh. What's Umaga got in mind for Bronson Reed here? A choke slam? Yeah. Umaga's own unique take on a choke slam, but certainly a choke slam. Now scooping up Bronson Reed. Oh, shout out to Rikishi. Rikishi driver right there. And then just completely disregards Hurricane. It goes for the pin, but Hurricane says, what's up with that? And breaks up the pin. Uh-oh. And Umaga says, you'll regret that. Like a worm. For some reason. And goes for the pin off the Simone Spike, but Scott Steiner's there to break it up. I don't think Hurricane was kicking out of that. That's a good save by Steiner. Uh-oh. Oh, big double underhook suplex slam by Scott Steiner there. Bronson Reed's got a chair. Scott Steiner's got a kendo stick. It's bad news for Umaga and Hurricane. Oh, to the back of Hurricane. And Scott Steiner just broke that kendo stick on Umaga. And Umaga just rolled out the way of an elbow drop and got straight back to his feet after that. Headbutt to the back of the head of Steiner. And then just flings him across the head by his head. Across the ring by his head. Goes for a pin. Hurricane's in, but Steiner kicked out anyway. Hurricane's out before Umaga can get to him. Smartest thing Hurricane's done so far. Not the smartest thing Scott Steiner's done, doing the double bicep pose with Umaga right next to him. Uh-oh. Oh no, this is unfair. Come on, guys. You each weigh like double what Hurricane weighs. Come on. Neckbreaker though, he's come out of it pretty well. Everyone's down, but Bronson Reed and Hurricane getting back to the feet first, followed by Steiner and Umaga, slowly but surely. Oh, Steiner takes down Hurricane with a Steiner line. Now, Reed and Umaga kind of going at it, but not really just yet. Here we go. Now they're at it. Is that a Cobra clutch? Into a Russian leg sweep on Scott Steiner by Hurricane. Oh, on the apron. Been a while since I said it. That's the hardest part of the ring, don't you know? And then swings Bronson Reed round. It's not often you see Bronson Reed get manhandled like that, but if anyone can do it, it's Umaga. Steiner sent into the barricade. Umaga turns his attention to the Hurricane. Bronson Reed just throwing chairs around. Not even at anyone in particular, just in the general direction of those guys. Hurricane sent back into the ring by Umaga. Steiner's recovered. Sends Umaga back into the ring. Goes after Bronson Reed. Scoops him up. Uh-oh. Hurricane. Great strength by Hurricane. Vertebreaker. Can he get the massive upset? 1, 2... Oh, Umaga kicked out. Reed and Steiner were too busy fighting on the outside to do anything about that, but Umaga just kicked out the Vertebreaker. One of the most dangerous moves in wrestling history. It's banned in the WWE, but this is a TNA ring, as you can see. Oh, face first into the ringside barricade went Scott Steiner. I was trying to figure out who was missing there. Hurricane's going ham with a chair here. And a clothesline to Steiner. Uh-oh. Tried the clothesline on Umaga. No dice, but manages to get the kendo stick off him. And slams him down. Hurricane's the only one standing very briefly. Bronson Reed's back up now. And sends Hurricane tumbling across on the outside of the ring. Chair versus chair. No, they run into each other. No one's got a chair now. Oh, big super kick to the back of the head of Umaga by Hurricane. The ones that take you out, the ones you don't see coming. And he really didn't see that one coming. Uh-oh. Eye of the Hurricane. Wait. Oh, I thought he was going for another one then, but no. Drags him down by his head instead. I genuinely thought he was going on an Eye of the Hurricane rampage then. Oh, no. Umaga's got a Hurricane up. Pile driver. Also not allowed in WWE ring, but this is a TNA ring. Oh, what that, I don't even know what that is, but that can't be allowed in a WWE ring either. If a pile driver isn't, that surely isn't. But Bronson Reed dropping Umaga on his head on the outside. Now Reed going after Hurricane with the kendo stick. You should have kept moving, Hurricane. Scott Steiner, the only man in the ring temporarily there. And he comes out after finding a fight again. Jonas sent into the ring, Bronson Reed, whichever, as Steiner hits the Steiner line on Umaga. Oh my god! Bronson Reed, suicide dive to the outside, takes out Scott Steiner. Umaga sends Reed back into the ring. It's just pieces of kendo stick in the ring there. This match is insane. Uh-oh. Butt bumps by Bronson Reed. Oh, just a singular, actually. Hurricane trying to chokeslam on Scott Steiner. That's not going to work. And now Steiner... Oh, Reed going for the pin. Oh, and Hurricane took... I didn't see what happened off screen, but Hurricane took down Scott Steiner off camera. But in the meantime, Bronson Reed picks up a big victory, continues his momentum from, well, real life. He's been on a tear on Monday Night Raw recently, and now he advances into the semi-finals of this tournament. Now, next match. Okay, next match. I'm a level with you here. I don't remember Dusty Rhodes in TNA, but the list said he was there, and the list otherwise seems to be quite accurate. So I'm gonna take their word for it. Let's get our dream on. And of course, his son, Cody Rhodes, was also in TNA for a short while, upon his release from WWE all those years ago. Could they cross paths? Could they be in the same match here? Yes, they could. Will they be? Well, you'll have to wait and see, won't you? No spoilers. But, yeah. We have yet to see the American Nightmare. Could we see Dream versus Nightmare? Again, yes, we could. Right, that could be the final if they've not drawn themselves in this match. Like, and both win their first 2 round matches. That's how it works. That's how the final works. More NWO, and the only person I can think of that this would be, Big Sexy Kevin Nash. I definitely remember him being in TNA wearing his Outsiders attire. Shout out to Scott Hall, who was in this tournament earlier, who unfortunately failed to advance. By the way, because I don't want to miss anyone and people think I'm discriminating in some way, doesn't always spring into my mind immediately if I have something else to be talking about. But rest in peace, Dusty Rhodes. One of the most influential and impactful people in the history of wrestling. Like, genuinely, probably top 10 for that. Like, his influence over NXT, his influence as a wrestler in his day in terms of bringing a generation of wrestlers into wrestling. So many people list Dusty Rhodes as their influence, as their inspiration to become a wrestler. Just, yeah. May never have won the WWE Championship, but won the NWA title a few times. That was a World Championship worth something back in those days. Kevin Nash, of course, former WWE Champion as Diesel, former WCW Champion as Kevin Nash. So, no strangers to World Championships here. And speaking of not being a stranger to World Championships, former WWE Champion, former TNA World Champion. Did he win the IWGP at any point? I don't recall, but certainly had a large presence in New Japan Pro Wrestling while he was there. AJ Styles, who honestly, hand on heart, is the first name that sprung to mind when I had this idea. Like, who's a TNA guy that's on WWE 2K24? My brain went, AJ Styles. I think just because of how synonymous AJ Styles is with TNA. Like, I just think that's where my brain went immediately. So, for me personally, the most TNA guy on WWE 2K24. But can he actually win this tournament and become the best former TNA guy on WWE 2K24? Well, only time will tell. But quite the fatal four-way in terms of championship accolades, world champions. Dusty Rhodes, Kevin Nash, AJ Styles. Who's going to be the fourth? Can they live up to the reputations of the previous 3? It is... I actually don't remember. So this is going to be a surprise to me as well as you. Whose music is this? Oh, Wesley! So no, not the championship accolade, but a very successful North American champion in NXT and a very brief run with the NXT Tag Team Championships. Incredible athlete. I would not count Wesley out of this one, but no, not quite the same championship pedigree yet as the others. But who's to say what's in this young man's future? Because he is quite the wrestler. But he's got his work cut out for him in this one. the smallest man in the match, because I think even AJ Styles is quite a bit heavier than Wesley, if not that much taller. And then you've got Kevin Nash and Dusty Rhodes, who are certainly bigger, but also the least experienced by some distance. So, yeah, good luck, Wesley, but I believe he could do it. I really do. There haven't been that many insane upsets so far. I think this would be the biggest upset in the first round, right? I mean, Cameron Grimes over... was it Macho Man that was in his match? No, it was Ken Shamrock, wasn't it? Is a bit of an upset, but Wesley over these three would be much bigger. Wesley going for the pin on Kevin Nash immediately there. Then gets headbutted by Dusty for his troubles. AJ Styles takes down Dusty Rhodes with an arm drag. Kevin Nash drags... of course, Kevin Nash and Dusty Rhodes, former NWO teammates at one point. And AJ Styles... Yeah, that's another point. Wesley's the only one in this match that hasn't been in WCW, because, fun fact, AJ Styles was in WCW just before the end of WCW, before it got bought out. Yeah. I don't know how heavily he featured on WCW TV. I've rewatched the Nitros and the pay-per-views, and I don't remember seeing AJ Styles. He might have done some Thunders or some Saturday Nights or something, I don't know. If you do know, feel free to let me know. Meanwhile, he hits a neckbreaker on Wesley while Dusty Rhodes and Kevin Nash go at it. That's for booking me to join the NWO, says Dusty Rhodes. Of all the people that ever joined the NWO, few made less sense than Dusty Rhodes, let's be honest. Just for the shock value, wasn't it? Oh, scoop and the slam, reversed by AJ Styles, reverse DDT. Nash has a chair. Wesley does not like the idea of that and hits Nash before he can even get to his feet. Leaping forearm to AJ Styles. Wesley's putting in some work, of course, known as Desmond Xavier, or Xavier. I don't know how it was pronounced, but that's what he was known as in Impact. Oh, he just dives to the outside, and AJ Styles says absolutely not, goodbye, and gets back in the ring, leaving him to crash and burn on the outside. But he uses that opportunity to grab a kendo stick and come back in, hits Dusty Rhodes in the ribs with it, hits Kevin Nash in the head with it twice, and Nash drops down. And AJ Styles is down. Wesley has found a great Oh, I just got hiccups. A great equalizer there. Taking all three of his opponents down temporarily there, but then Nash back to his feet. Flying shoulder tackle takes down Wesley. And then slams him down. Oh! Dusty Rhodes just threw a chair at Nash, but the referee got in the way and got taken out by the chair. That's the first ref bump in this video, which I'm honestly astounded by. Elbow drop by Dusty Rhodes to Kevin Nash. AJ Styles takes out Wesley on the outside. Stalking Wesley as Dusty Rhodes stalks Kevin Nash. Wesley takes out AJ Styles on the outside. Kevin Nash reverses Dusty's attempt at offense. Uh-oh. Wesley's got Styles up for a powerbomb. Styles fights out of it. Two very different but very intriguing battles taking place at the moment, and AJ Styles is going to leave Wesley outside and go into the ring. Is Nash thinking jackknife? Sure looks like it. He's got Dusty up. Yep, jackknife. AJ Styles with the flying forearm. Pin Dusty, AJ. Pin him. What are you doing? Well, it's too late now. Wesley's in the ring with a chair, and Dusty's had a bit of time to recover. Swing and a miss by Wesley. Hits Nash, though, as he was getting up to a knee. Drops the chair and goes after AJ Styles. Dusty Rhodes in trouble after that jackknife, and then followed up with a suplex by AJ Styles. Sent off the ropes by Lee. Oh, Dusty blocks whatever Wesley had in mind, though. Scoops him up. And Snake Eyes. AJ Styles meets Dusty with a knife edge chop, though. He's felt a few of them in his time, going up against Ric Flair. Now Rhodes picks up Nash. Oh, AJ knocked to the outside by Wesley. Nash dropped across the top rope by Dusty Rhodes' throat first, and then Wesley threw a chair to break up the pin, but then hit a double axe handle to double check. Double tap the pin breakup. AJ picks the ankle of Kevin Nash and a dragon screw leg whip. I always feel like I'm saying that wrong. I've brought this up before in other videos, possibly on other channels. But yeah, I always feel like I'm saying that wrong, but it's definitely right. I'm pretty confident it's right. Sidewalk slam by Kevin Nash to Wesley. Meanwhile, Dusty goes for a pin on AJ Styles, only a 1 count. Now Nash goes for a pin on Wesley, and Dusty seems to teleport across the ring to break that one up. We've got Super Dusty. Eat your heart out, Hurricane. There's some superpowers. Nash sent into the corner. Dusty tries to drag Wesley around, but Wesley is having none of it. AJ Styles punches Nash, then turns around and hits Wesley in the back. Yeah, AJ showing that size advantage over Wesley. And AJ's not the biggest guy, but he's bulked up for sure since his early TNA days. And he's certainly a lot heavier than Wesley. Oh, backflip into the Pele kick. And then a basement drop kick. A drop kick by Kevin Nash. Hello? What is this video? Oh, onto the exposed arm of AJ Styles with the chair, and then goes to the pin. Thinking AJ might just stay down so he can go backstage and get some medical attention, I guess. But Dusty's there to break it up. Nash into the corner. Clothesline in the corner by Dusty. Nash is down. AJ struggling back to his feet. And Dusty's going to help him, only to flatten him. And a chair shot to the head by Wesley. And one to the knee as well. And now going for the pin. He might have knocked Dusty out with that chair shot, but Kevin Nash recovers in the corner just in time, breaks up the pin. Look at the size difference between Wesley and Kevin Nash. Oh! And he just gets clotheslined in the back of the head by Nash. Styles sent into the corner by Nash. Oh, Dusty's there to attack from behind. Scoops Nash up. And a slam. Wesley hits Styles in the corner. Springboard. Cutter to Dusty. Just like his son does. And then goes after the arm. Oh, big boot to the face of AJ Styles. And Nash not having to lift his foot up very high there because Styles was on his knees. So even more forward momentum and less vertical momentum on the boot. Even more power, basically. Oh my god, a super jackknife to Dusty. He threw him at that corner. But now AJ with the reverse DDT to Nash. And AJ wisely going for the pin here. 1, 2... Wesley was trying to break it up. Kevin Nash was trying to intercept Wesley for some reason. And I think Dusty just outright kicked out. Now Nash trying to pin Wesley. 2. And Wesley kicks out. And then Dusty kicks Nash over with the basement drop kick. I can't believe Dusty just kicked out of his second jackknife. That's crazy toughness. Oh, kendo stick to the face on the outside. While Wesley goes for a pin here on Dusty Rhodes. 2. Oh, almost the biggest upset of the video so far. And then a double foot stomp onto the arm of Dusty Rhodes. Won't be hitting any bionic elbows if your arm's out of commission. Basement dropkick, though, you can hit with your arm out of commission. And now Nash just face washing Wesley into the mat. Was that that was a bionic elbow by Dusty to AJ Styles, and Nash spotted the danger immediately and broke up the pin. Now going after Dusty. He's hitting with 2 jackknives, and Dusty's still going. Scoop and a slam by Nash. Springboard dropkick to Nash by Wesley. AJ Styles goes after Dusty. Got him up. A burning hammer. They're busting out every move you're not allowed to do in WWE here. Just because they're in a TNA ring. This is crazy. Splash in the corner by Nash. Nash splash. Am I right? Now Wesley swung the kendo stick, but Nash managed to intercept it. And now look how high up Wesley is. Oh, and dropped from that great height. Snake Eyes in the corner. And Wesley, rightly, legs buckled, sits down in the corner. He doesn't have his wits about him right now. Knife edge shot by Dusty. Right hand, drop kick. Wesley's back up, though. Nash has a set of steel ring steps in his hands. Drop kick to the side of Dusty's head by Wesley. What has Nash got in mind for those steps? He's stalking AJ Styles, it seems. I think he just hit him, but we didn't get to see it. Ripcord knee to Dusty. Now Wesley going for the pin. 1, 2... Oh, Dusty kicked out. What is Dusty Rhodes made of? He's kicking out of everything. This is crazy. Wesley just nearly pulled off a massive upset again, by the way. Nash punches AJ. Side slam on the outside. Yes, indeed. Now Dusty going to the outside. Wesley in the corner. Dusty going for another weapon. Like the 2 chairs and the kendo stick in the ring wasn't enough. He's got another kendo stick. Kevin Nash intercepts him, though, with a bear hug. Can't win it out here, but you can sure do damage to the midsection and the back of Dusty Rhodes. I saw a floating kendo stick then. I think Wesley's picked up a kendo stick on his travels. Oh, no. Him and AJ back in the ring now. AJ had a chair until Wesley took him out with a clothesline to the back of the neck. Going for a pin again. Big upset. 2. And he's got him. Wesley gets out of this match alive. And that is the biggest upset of this match, of this video so far, by some distance, in my opinion. That's huge for Wesley. My goodness. Fair play. Fair play. Next match. All right. In Canada now for another one. Oh. This one's going to be glorious. Hell yeah. So, former TNA World Champion, former NXT Champion, and I think United States Champion and Tag Team Champion in WWE. And obviously TNA Tag Team Champion as well. Now known as Robert Roode, but throughout his run in TNA, I think he was always called Bobby Roode. I wonder why he decided to change it. I know Bobby is like, Robert is like more grown up, I guess, but like tell that to Bobby Lashley. Like, hey, you got a kid's name, like, and see what he does. I don't know. Anyway. Yeah. Robert Roode, who I might call Bobby for the duration of this video for as long as he's in it, because TNA. And also, I just prefer the name Bobby Roode. I think that flows nicer than Robert Roode, even though I'm a big fan of alliteration. Prefer Bobby Roode on this one. However, I don't even know what his TNA music was, but it's not as good as Glorious. Let's just be real on that. Possibly the best music that CFOS ever made. Is it even up for debate? I don't know. It kind of is, actually, because there's, like, the Shinsuke's, which is a banger. Sami Zayn's, that, you know, there's quite a few good ones, but, like, that's on a different level. Anyway. Bobby Roode awaits. Rick Steiner. Now, I definitely remember Scott being in TNA. I am reliably informed by my my list that Rick Steiner was there. I don't personally remember that at all. But I'll take their word for it. As he comes out, I never noticed this with Scott's entrance, so I guess I was too busy talking about Steiner math. Until it kicked in there, that felt a lot like Man in the Box. Did it not? Okay. Rikishi! In TNA, he was known as Junior Fatu. But yeah, Rikishi's here. We've had Umaga, now we've got Rikishi. Bloodline represent. So the big Samoan joins Bobby Roode and Rick Steiner. Can Rick or Rikishi have more success than their relatives, who've both already been eliminated from this video? I guess only time will tell. And Bobby Roode, former TNA World Champion, will not approve of either of them having more success than their siblings. Siblings? Is Umaga Rikishi's brother? I can't remember. Anyway. Okay. Okay, well, we know which one this is. We've already had Bubba Ray. This is Devon Dudley, or Brother Devon, or just Devon, but spelt like Devon to be this, like, copyright distinct from his name in WWE. Yeah. Devon Dudley is gonna try and have more success than Bubba Ray Dudley, who has also already been eliminated. His half-brother. So there's a lot of, can I do better than my sibling? Be it kayfabe, be it half, be it full, be it real life. Like, there's all sorts of siblings of people in this match who've already gone out. And then there's Bobby Roode, who wants to spoil the fun for all of those families and have no people from any of those families in the semi-finals, because he wants to be there. And he deserves to be there as a former TNA World Champion. But there is no deserve. He has to win this match. But in his mind, he probably deserves to be there. So he's going to have to prove that to everyone else now, isn't he? Devon looks fired up. Bubba Ray somehow produced a table, even though the match type does not allow for tables to be produced, but it didn't get used. Could Devon possibly make better use of a table? Rude warming up his arm. I don't know what for. Rick Steiner, Rikishi, Devon. Let's go. Now, I know for sure I won't be ending up referring to Rikishi as Junior Fatu, just like I didn't with Umaga, because that's not memorable to me. Rick Steiner going for the first pinfall attempt of the match, only getting a 1 before Devon kicks out. And DDT's in. Meanwhile, Rikishi just pummeling Bobby Roode. Oh, and Rick Ishii takes out his namesake, Rick Steiner. Get it? With a clothesline, and then drops all his weight across the lower back of Rick Steiner. And you take out that lower back, that support, that's so essential for the technique and power required to suplex people for Rick Steiner. Some good technique to use. Oh, Bobby Roode going for a crossface. Smile for the cameras, Rikishi. Oh, kick to the midsection. I wish that camera angle had been Bobby Roode and someone more synonymous with TNA, like AJ Styles or something. Because imagine that as a thumbnail. That'd be beautiful. I mean, there's still time. If Bobby Roode can progress to the semi-final and lock that in on like a Kurt Angle. Oh, and Mick Foley, I would say, would be the best people for the thumbnail in the semi-finals so far. So yeah, Bobby, could you go ahead and do that? Oh, Rick Steiner. There's a table! Devon! Do they have some special feature where they can produce a table even in matches where it's not an option? Because that's really cool if that's the case. If it's programmed that way. That's really fun. I like that. There's no way that's a coincidence. That's just got to be the Dudley Boys can just get tables in any match type. Which is great. That's great fun. Or maybe their presence adds a table under the ring so anyone can get it out. I don't know. I didn't see who got the table, to be fair. I was checking my list to see who I wanted Bobby Roode to put a crossface on in the semi-finals. Now, Devon's got a chair. Oh, and just hits Rikishi, sandwiched in the corner. Meanwhile, Rick Steiner and Bobby Roode are going at it on the outside. Devon fancies his chances pinning Rikishi here. 1. No, a 1 count. Rikishi says, "Nuh-uh, more damage, please. Please, sir, I want some more." So they're fighting on the outside on opposite corners of the ring now. Neck breaker from Devon to Rikishi. Bobby Roode sends Rick Steiner back into the ring and then demands he come and fight him, it seems. Oh, they both... I love that. They both threatened each other and then just walked towards each other like, yeah, we're a bit far away and there's a steel post in between us. Oh, to the face. Now Devon gets a chair from under the ring. Uh-oh. Bobby Roode grabs him, sends him into the ring minus the chair, which is probably good news for everyone except Devon. Kendo stick. Rick Steiner threatens Robert Roode. And Bobby Roode swings the kendo stick, but Rick Steiner gets the shot in first. Literally beats him to the punch. And now Devon's coming joining the fray as everyone else is over here. Headlock. Punch to the face. Sharp punch right on the nose. Right on the button. By Devon. Scoops up Bobby Roode. And a running power slam. With a slight delay for whatever reason. Clothesline. But runs straight into the grasp of Rikishi. Who chokeslams him? Big chokeslam by Big Quiche. Big Quiche, of course, is what's available on the table at any good family gathering with a buffet. Side slam by Devon to Bobby Roode. You can tell I've been recording this for a while, right? This commentary is getting a bit more unhinged as we go. Rick Steiner brought another chair into play, but Devon removed it from his grasp, picks it up himself, and throws it at Rikishi, who's raising the roof. Absolutely not. No roofs shall be raised, says Devon, and then kicks Rikishi back to the ground as he was trying to get up. Devon does not want this roof to be raised. It is plenty high enough, he has determined. Now Rick Steiner's got hold of Bobby Roode there. Big vertical suplex with a delay. Oh, but then kicked in the mush by Devon Dudley with a basement dropkick as he was getting up. Now Rikishi looking under the ring, going to produce a kendo stick. Bobby Roode clotheslines it out of his hand, though. I mean, he clotheslined Rikishi not in the hand, but still, the effect is he dropped it. Flying forearm. Uh-oh. Devon. Testify! I don't actually know quite what he calls that, but I know that's his finish. So, 1, 2. Oh, Rick Steiner kicks out. Both of the men were in the ring, but neither in a position to actually break up the pin in time. So they should be grateful that Rick Steiner kicked out of that. Otherwise, they'd both be out. Belly to back suplex to Bobby Roode by Rikishi. Rikishi feeling fired up here. Bobby Roode slowly getting to his feet. Devon gets a kendo stick going after Rick Steiner. Steiner out the way. Flying shoulder tackle by Rick Steiner as Rikishi hit the Rikishi driver on Bobby Roode. 1. No, Devon's there. And I think he actually hit the ref as well as breaking up the pin. So the referee's down. Second ref bump of the video. The refs aren't doing too bad, you know, considering how many matches this have been and how chaotic the matches have been. To only have taken 2 bumps. Pretty good going for them. Oh, flapjack. Oh, wow. Innovative by Rick Steiner. Front flip neck breaker as Robert Roode was sitting there admiring his handiwork from the flapjack. But Robert Roode, as he's getting back up, jawbreaker to Rick Steiner. Inverted atomic drop. Devon hits Rikishi on the outside. Oh, my brother, testify. But now Rick Steiner going for the pin inside the ring. I didn't actually see quite what he hit. 2. But Devon's there to break it up once again. Devon's probably had the best awareness in this match, breaking up several pinfalls now. Devon's sent into the corner. Rick Steiner's in. And Robert Roode hits a shoulder tackle into both of them. Now going for the pin on Devon. 1. Rikishi slides into the ring. I think he might have got there in time to break it up, but we'll never know because Devon kicked out at 1. Russian leg sweep. Country redacted leg sweep by Robert Roode. Now what's Roode got in mind here? Oh, drops Devon across the top rope. Throat first. And then a neck breaker for Rikishi. But then as he's laying there, leg drop by Devon. Dudley Mania running wild. Kick to the midsection. No, blocked by Roode. Elbow to the knee. And then a kendo stick to the midsection. And then Devon immediately grabbed Roode. So no time to process the damage done to him. The referee just about dodged the kendo stick swing there. Forearm smash. Rikishi's back in. Oh, he punches Steiner. Literally beats him to the punch. Sleeper hold. Can he get a quick pass-out win here? No, jawbreaker by Rick Steiner. Now Robert Roode going for the pin. I didn't see what he hit on Devon. But Devon kicked out at 2. Rick Steiner didn't seem like to register the fact that a pin was happening. DDT's Rikishi. Didn't quite catch the chop block properly on the knee of Robert Roode and got kicked in the face. But then a German suplex to Devon for his troubles. And punches Roode. Brings him back in the hard way. Uh-oh. Belly to belly. Learned that one from his childhood hero, Bailey. Uh-oh. Scoop and a slam by Rikishi. Stomping away at Rick Steiner now, but it gets hit with a flying shoulder tackle by Devon Dudley, who then goes out after Rick Steiner. No, after the chair. And now avoids Rick Steiner, just goes straight past him. And Robert Roode, you were kind of asking for that, I'm not going to lie. Saying, come at me, and Devon did indeed come at him with a chair to the face. Rikishi scoops up Rick Steiner. Uh-oh, hardest part of the ring. It's been a minute. Uh-oh. Devon with a Urinagi to Bobby Roode. Rick Steiner, meanwhile, gets sent into the steps by Rikishi. Devon comes over the steps and neck breakers Rikishi. It's not a false count anywhere. None of these matches have been. So someone's going to get someone else back in the ring and pin them here. Back elbow by Rikishi, though. Runs through Devon with the shoulder tackle. But Rick Steiner's right there to grab Rikishi. Bobby Roode's going to go after Devon. And now this is really breaking down. Punch to the face there. Short one right in the mush. Sends Rick Steiner, into the barricade. But then as he goes after him, Rikishi intercepts. Side slam. Devon slams Rick Steiner's head into the barricade. Rikishi flings Devon off to the far side of the ring. Rick Steiner grabs a chair and hits Rikishi in the face with it. My goodness. And throws it and hits Devon from long range. What an arm on Rick Steiner. Good grief. He's wasted here. He should have been in the NFL. Oh, Rikishi throws Rick Steiner into Devon now. Anything can be a projectile, including a dog-faced gremlin. Spinebuster by Bobby Roode. Going after Rick Steiner. They're dodging each other's attacks. Rick Steiner throws Bobby Roode back into the ring as Rikishi leaves. Steiner having a bit of jip with his arm, it seems. And Robert Roode, in the ring on his own, decides to do a little bit of a strut. Whilst Rikishi doesn't help Rick Steiner's shoulder situation by running straight through it. I think it was the other shoulder, though. Now look at the strength of Rick Steiner. Death Valley driver. Uh-oh. Bobby Roode, glorious DDT to Devon Dudley in the ring. Going for the pin. Former TNA World Champion. 1, 2. Oh, he kicked out. No way. Rick Steiner was in no state to break up that pin, and Rikishi was nowhere near. But Devon Dudley just kicked out. That's incredible tenacity by Devon. Now Rikishi going for the pin on Rick Steiner. 1, 2. Oh, Steiner kicks out. Right hands by Roode to Dudley. Uh-oh. Full Nelson. Wow, look at the height he got on Devon there. The elevation, indeed. That table's precarious on the outside now, as it's finally slipped out of the ring. Rikishi takes Bobby Roode into the corner. Oh, I don't like that position for Bobby Roode. I don't like what might be coming next. Oh, stink face. Rikishi's having a great time. Big smiles all around for Rikishi. Not so much for Bobby Roode. And now goes for the pin. Don't get eliminated like this, Bobby. You're a former TNA champion. No! Rikishi makes his way through into the semi-final, eliminating Bobby Roode. And also, by proxy, Rick Steiner. And Devon Dudley. I forgot for a second who else was in it. Right, let's go. Another match. All right, here we go. Richmond, Virginia. We're all over the world, all over the continent of North America. I've not noticed any not being North America, but maybe they have. Bobby Lashley, most often known as just Lashley in TNA, but TNA is where Bobby Lashley really became the dominant force that then came back to WWE. He won the TNA World Championship, then he came back to WWE, won the WWE Championship. Yeah, but that run kind of all started in TNA, to be honest. Showed what he can do in terms of absolute domination. With MVP by his side, who is already out as of the very first match on this video, if you remember back that far. But Bobby Lashley, as a former world champion in both companies, has to be one of the favourites, right? You know, puts him in the same league as the Mick Foleys, the Kurt Angles, who have already advanced to the semi-finals. Can Bobby Lashley follow in their footsteps? Well, it partially will depend on who's put in front of him. But I believe Bobby Lashley can win any match on his day. Hello? Okay. So Dusty couldn't qualify before. But can Cody, who was only known as Cody when he was in TNA, I believe, because he was having that legal dispute over being able to be called Cody Rhodes. And they had that great little thing where they introduced him as Cody and Brandy Rhodes. So technically they weren't calling him Cody Rhodes. But the implication was there that they were both called Rhodes, and they just, yeah. Like you say, Bubba Ray and Devon Dudley. Anyway, current Uwu champion, although they've kind of dropped the Universal bit, haven't they? The current undisputed WWE champion, Cody Rhodes. Did he ever win the TNA title? I feel like he didn't, right? But that's all in the past now. Cody Rhodes, the current WWE champion. Honestly, that basically makes him the one to beat in this video, right? Like, the other world champion in WWE was never in TNA. Spoilers, Gunther's not in this video. Yeah, and the current TNA champion, despite being a WWE alumnus, isn't in the game. So there's only one current champion, only one current world champion, I should say. LA Knight was obviously in the video before, but there's only one current world champion. in this. So this has to be the man to beat, right? Whoa! Fascinating that they have it fade on the second whoa. The timing is so different from his actual entrance in real life. Alright, who's next? Who is this? Who is this? Oh! Known in TNA as Samuel Shaw, but known in WWE, there you go, as Dexter Lumis. Definitely, in terms of accolades, an underdog. But now a member of the Wyatt Six. And I don't know if you can ever consider that man a true underdog. Because he's just dangerous, isn't he? He's just dangerous. Like, look at him. Look at how he moves around the ring. Look at that mustache. I like a nice mustache myself. But yeah. Wow. So, a former WWE and TNA champion, a current WWE champion, and then just this. Honestly, for want of a better word, psychopath. Look at those cold, like, emotionless eyes. Unnerving. Right, let's get our fourth member of this match out here. Okay. Okay. We're busting out the big guns for this one. Dexter Lumis, I apologize. You are a massive underdog in this match, despite being Dexter Lumis. Bobby Lashley, Cody Rhodes, and CM Punk are your opponents. You drew in the Football World Cup, and maybe in other sports, but I know it from the World Cup and the Champions League sometimes. That is known as a group of death. Got the big CM Punk chance. Yeah, CM Punk was in TNA a long time ago. He had long, straggly, bleach blonde hair and joined a sort of cult-like faction with Raven and... is it D'Angelo something or other? I can't remember. Hang on, I'm trying to find him on the list. Trying to find the guy on the list that he was in a group with, but nonetheless, the point is, yeah, CM Punk was there a long, long time ago, and finally makes his return to the Impact Zone here to try and claim that he's the greatest TNA alumnus. Is anyone on this game current? I don't think they are. Alumnus in WWE 2K24. I've just been using the term TNA guy. I think that's fair. I'm looking through my list. I can't immediately see the guy I'm thinking of. Let's have a Google. TNA Raven CM Punk faction. They're called The Gathering. Julio De Niro and Alexis Lurie, with CM Punk joining the group soon after its inception. So it was Julio De Niro. Anyway, Punk and Cody tie up. Meanwhile, Bobby Lashley and Dexter Lumis go after each other. I'd like to register a complaint, by the way. Julio De Niro is not on this list, so this might not be a conclusive list. Oh, disaster kick! Right, anyway, let's focus on the in-ring action, not the lists. Not the lists. Cody Rhodes going ham, and so he should as the WWE champion. He's got a point to prove here. First press by Lumis takes out Lashley. Oh, and CM Punk with the big knee in the corner takes out Cody Rhodes. Now going after Lumis. European uppercut by the very much North American CM Punk. Dragon Screw leg whip by Cody takes down Lashley, and now ground and pound on Lashley. Of course, Lashley with the MMA background. CM Punk with a slightly less successful MMA history as well. But look at this. Float over neck breakers for everyone. Oh, Lumis just points at Cody Rhodes, and Cody's having none of that. Goes straight after him. Now Punk running knee in the corner. Drags him out. Short arm clothesline. Goes for the pin on Lashley. 1. Only a 1 count. That's one of CM Punk's big hitters. Like, he doesn't finish a lot of matches with it, but you'd usually expect a near fall out of it, to be honest. And Lashley just kicks out at 1. And I don't think Punk could quite believe it. Meanwhile, Dexter Lumis and Cody Rhodes just fighting back and forth, tooth and nail on the outside. Cody Rhodes going to be the first one in this match to produce a weapon. And it's a chair. Meanwhile, Lashley's just countered CM Punk, belly to back suplex. Lumis avoided the chair and made Cody drop it, but Cody took him down and then picked it up again. Lumis avoided it and made him drop it again and ran through him. Dexter Lumis is chair-proof. Look at him just offering himself to Cody Rhodes. Man's crazy. Oh, and he won't do that again. Uh-oh, roll up by Lashley. Cody Rhodes in the ring, though. Breaks it up. No, just helps CM Punk adjust the angle so that it was a Punk pinfall that Cody Rhodes then broke up. Did Lashley just attempt a spear that he missed? Springboard dropkick by Lumis, though, to Cody Rhodes. And now Lashley, oh my god, across the entire ring. CM Punk into the opposite corner. Picks him up again. Oh, my goodness. Clubbing blow. Now Lumis scoops up CM Punk. Lashley, former WWE champion, going after current WWE champion. Of course, Punk, former WWE champion as well, should go without saying. He just broke the Hurt Lock. He just broke the Hurt Lock, did Cody Rhodes. My goodness, this match is crazy. Is this a pedigree now? Oh my life. Knee to Dexter Lumis as he was against the ropes there, and then a knee to Lashley's kidney area. Uh-oh. Punk lifting Lashley up. We know he's got in mind here. Go to sleep. Connects successfully. Falls into the pin. 1, 2. Lashley kicked out. Punk can't put Lashley away. Now what's he thinking? He's going getting a weapon. Yeah. Oh, okay. Freaking out Cody Rhodes with the crawling about is Dexter Lumis. Cody Rhodes doesn't know what to make of that. Meanwhile, Dexter Lumis just goes after Punk as he came into the ring with a kendo stick in hand. Now Lumis going after Cody. Cody back elbow. Scoops him up. Oh, brain buster. Big shot to the face of Bobby Lashley. And a headlock and a big punch to the face. Now Punk's got Lumis. Hits him into the corner, throws him across the ring like garbage, and then gets smacked in the face with a kendo stick for his troubles. Lumis disarms Cody Rhodes, but Punk disarms Lumis, belly to back suplex. Now just Cody and Punk left in the ring. What is this, the end of the Royal Rumble this year? Power slam by Punk. Bobby Lashley's come back in with a chair though, and gets taken out by Punk before he gets to use it. Elbow drop. Now Punk's got the chair. Oh, right to the face of Cody Rhodes. He's having an American Nightmare in there. And another shot to their head. Who's Punk think he is? Sean Spears? Now Lumis interrupts the tirade of Punk with the kendo stick. But then Punk hits a springboard clothesline and disarms Lumis. And takes out Lashley as well. And almost got a 3, but Lumis kicked out at 2 9/10. Now Cody's back in. Grabs Punk. Sends him off the ropes. Hip toss. Going for a pin. Of course, that's classic Cody Rhodes finisher. The hip toss. Punk was kicking out anyway, but Lumis broke it up as well. Double whammy. Now what's Lumis got in mind for Cody Rhodes here? Oh, we'll never know because Cody's breaking free with the elbows. Uh-oh. Crossroads. Now Punk. Float over. Neck breaker to Cody. Pin Lumis. No, Lashley's in. Oh, he's going for the Anaconda Vice. I don't think he spotted Lashley. And that's the 3rd time Lashley's thwarted Punk, kicking out of 2 of his signature moves, including the go to sleep, by the way, and then breaking up an Anaconda Vice. CM Punk just disregarded Lashley and wonders not simply. Oh, see what I mean? Clothesline in the corner. Now Cody comes in after Lashley. Dexter Lumis is out on his feet. He's just shaking off the effects, I think, though, there. Snake eyes to Cody. Oh! Lumis just launched that kendo stick at Lashley's face. My goodness. Brutal. Punk's brought another chair into the ring and hits Lashley with it. Knee to the midsection of Lumis. Forearm to the face of CM Punk, both by Cody Rhodes. But now CM Punk reverses the ground and pound. If only he'd learned that sooner. Might have done a bit better in UFC. Uh-oh. What's Punk got in mind here? Scoop slam? No. Cody breaks free. Reverse DDT by Cody Rhodes. Loomis and Lashley doing a little dance. Uh-oh. Springboard by Loomis. I didn't see what hit, but that's a crossroads that hit there. 1, 2. Loomis and Lashley were fighting. Lashley was pounding Loomis's face in on the ground there, but luckily for both of them, CM Punk kicked out at 2. Forearm smash to Lashley by Cody Rhodes. Sends Punk off the ropes, but then Loomis hits Cody in the back, and then Punk and Rhodes collide. Combination by Punk and Loomis. Uh-oh. Loomis just took down Cody Rhodes. CM Punk's not done his homework, but Cody Rhodes fighting out of it. I was going to say, CM Punk did not see that basically Anaconda Vice by Loomis coming, it would seem. Hard to do your homework when there's 43 other guys to do your research for, because you don't know what the draw's going to be. Uh-oh. Oh! Big slam by Lashley. Meanwhile, Cody Rhodes up to the top rope. Uh-oh, what's he thinking? Moonsault? Massive moonsault by Cody Rhodes. We've not seen that from him a lot in WWE, but we have seen him do it off the top of cages in other companies, such as AEW and maybe TNA at some point. Oh, Cody getting too carried away, showing off for the crowd there, though, and Lashley just collided with him. Takes Rhodes into the corner now. Scoops him up, slams him down. Is Lashley heading for the top rope? No, he sees CM Punk and runs through him with the clothesline. Loomis is back in. Lashley targets him now, into the corner. Oh, back elbow by Loomis, but Punk goes after Loomis. Scoops him up, thinking GTS. No, Snake Eyes, in fact. And then eats a belly-to-belly suplex by Lashley. And now Cody's down on the outside. Loomis is down in the corner. Lashley has CM Punk at his disposal here. Can he get a victory quickly before someone gets back into this? Cody's recovering on the outside right as we speak. Belly to back. No, slams him frontwards onto his face. Frontwards, that's definitely a word. Spear to Loomis. Cody's in the ring though with a chair, and he sees the pin coming and breaks it up. Drops the chair, breaks up the pin. Clothesline by Lashley. Whatever Cody attempted wasn't successful. Oh, reverse the Irish whip into the corner. Lashley moves out the way. Big right hand. Hurt lock, but he doesn't see Loomis has recovered, and Loomis breaks it up. Now Punk lifts Loomis up, thinking go to sleep now? Yes, indeed. And Cody thinking hangman neckbreaker here. 1, 2. Oh, Loomis just kicked out of the go to sleep. What the hell? Cody going for the pin now on Lashley. Oh, and CM Punk breaks it up. Wow. That was the last possible second. And a springboard drop kick by Punk. Now goes for the pin on Cody. If Punk pins the current WWE champion here, that could be a future WWE title shot on the channel. Let me know if you want to see that. But first of all, CM Punk's got some business to attend to in regards to the rest of this video. Qualifies for the semi-finals. My goodness, this video is wild. I am having a great time. Leave a like if you are. Right, let's go on to the next match. Alright. Time for the penultimate first round match. And I do not remember this guy showing up in TNA. But again, I trust my source. If there's people missing, that's one thing. But I don't think there's anyone made up on it. So, yeah, we're going for it. Rest in peace, Roddy Piper, of course. But yeah, it just goes to show how much of like TNA and Impact I actually have missed. Because I don't remember this at all. Like, I would say I've watched a grand total of like 10% of TNA, if that. Like, I've watched a fair bit over the last few years, and I watched quite a bit in the early days, but most of the middle bit is non-existent to me, with the exception of a few shows that I've done for like watch-alongs on WWE Beza and stuff. Like, the only middle bit I can think of that I was really watching was Aces and Eights. I was watching during that time. But, like, otherwise, my knowledge is slim to none. Anyway, Roddy Piper's in here. Of course. Eric Bischoff was there. I don't believe he ever wrestled there, but I didn't say that, did I? So, yeah. I'm sure Roddy Piper's looking forward to punching Eric Bischoff in the face as part of this match. If Eric Bischoff qualifies for the semi-finals, if Eric Bischoff wins this entire thing, I'm going to be fuming. Just so you know. I'm going to be fuming. Like, surely he can't. Big boos for Eazy-E. It's interesting that he has the NWO entrance in the black and white, but he has his WWE music and no NWO shirt. Weird mix, and he's got the NWO Tron as well, I think. Anyway, it's a new day. Yes, it is. Xavier Woods, formerly known in TNA as Austin Creed, which is also what he's known as on, like, streaming platforms and what have you. Yeah, Austin Creed. Neither of which are his actual real name, which I can't remember off the top of my head. But yeah, Xavier Woods was TNA at one point. So, we get to see Xavier Woods, which is always a good time. Always a good time. Oh, he didn't get to do the slidey one. You know where it goes brum, brum, brum. Usually at the end. Okay, who's the fourth and final? Oh, okay. I was wondering when. Well, I was always wondering when he would come up. Let's crank it up indeed. When I said I can't remember if Shamrock's the first or second, this is the other guy. Obviously known as Ron Killings in TNA. Ron the Truth Killings. But now known as R-Truth. National treasure. WWE microphone on a TNA show. Rude. I bounce back to back till their necks get soft. Most of the time you see me, I'm being simple. Give me the times, I'll be busting them up like a pimple. Stating my claim to fame. To be one of the baddest young brothers step foot in this game. And be a cool feature actually on Arena Creation if there was a microphone icon option. That'd be pretty cool. Do it 2K, you cowards. It's like a tiny detail that barely anyone would ever notice, but it'd be pretty good. Alright, so. Piper, Bischoff, Woods, and Truth. Is Truth really that covered in tats? I feel like they don't stand out quite as much in real life. A bit fainter, maybe. But the Battle of the Jeans, Jorts versus Jeans, I guess. And Jorts came out good. Xavier Woods took out Piper, and then R-Truth went for the submission with the abdominal stretch immediately. Need more people like you, R-Truth, trying to win the match as quickly as possible. This video is going to be long. Drop kicks Woods out of the ring. Of course, Eric Bischoff's the first one in this match to go and get a weapon. And goes after Xavier Woods with it. How rude. Hits him in the knee. Boo. Boo this man. Boo. Oh, Woods gets up, though. Oh, bounced into the ring post. Now, Piper sent out onto the apron and hung up across the top rope. And dropped down to the floor. Now, R-Truth's going to go and get a weapon from under the ring, and Piper just let him do it, but then grabbed him. knee lift to the face. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, Bischoff. Oh, incoming Woods. Oh, incoming Truth. Incoming Woods. My goodness. This is, yeah, quite the rapid match. What is Woods doing to R-Truth? Oh my God, a powerbomb on the barricade. That's not fun. That can't be fun to take. Not R-Truth. Piper and Bischoff fighting at the moment, but Bischoff's just rolled him into the ring and then gone to take on the other guys. He don't want none of Roddy Piper. I don't know why he wants any of these guys, to be honest. Like, he's not a wrestler, but certainly not Piper. Knee drop to the face. Maybe he should have gone after Piper, Bischoff. Who knows? Oh, stompy, stompy. Oh, Piper just knocked R-Truth out of the ring off the top turnbuckle. Truth is taking some bumps in this match. Powerbomb onto the barricade, then falling off the top rope all the way to the floor. That's crazy. This match is only like a couple of minutes old, and he's already taken both of those big bumps. Right, what's Woods got planned for Piper? Sends him in the ring. Oh, the martial arts background of Eric Bischoff kicks Xavier Woods in the face, but Woods comes straight back at him with his own combination of strikes, including a kick at the end. Piper stops Woods swinging the kendo stick. Neckbreaker. Now R-Truth's gone back into the ring with Eric Bischoff, and now he's climbing up onto the top rope. Waiting for Bischoff to stumble unsteadily to his feet. Oh, and then just climbs down and hits a running neckbreaker. I'm not sure why he was up top. Oh, now a running tornado DDT to Piper. Like a spinning DDT. Now, what's Woods got in mind for Truth here? Pump handle suplex. Piper's outside the ring grabbing a kendo stick. Bischoff's outside the ring through no choice of his own. Now, Truth has the stick. Oh, he just hit Piper right in the face with it. Ouch. And Woods as well. And R-Truth just broke the kendo stick on Woods. Bit brutal if you ask me. But then again, Woods did just powerbomb him onto a barricade, so, you know, swings and roundabouts. Now Bischoff going after Truth. Oh, look at the strength of Xavier Woods. No, Bischoff with the reversal, but it's not false count anywhere, so you can't pin him there. But still a great counter. Oh, spin kick to the face of Piper. Good grief. Piper's out. Eric Bischoff is like a, what, third dan in karate, I think? If that man kicks you in the head, you're done. You're out. Piper's only just come in too. And for the record, Roddy Piper's incredibly tough. And yeah, then he takes the that spinning forearm thing that Truth does that I don't know the name of, clearly, by the way I'm announcing it. Right. Xavier Woods slams Truth's head into the apron there. Oh, and then Piper throwing hands. Quite literally. Not quite literally, he didn't actually throw them anywhere. But vertical suplex. Oh, Bischoff reverses and sends R-Truth into the ring, but ends up stuck out there with Piper. Maybe a bad move as he gets bulldogged. Piper decides there's nothing under that side of the ring that he fancies. Don't know what he's looking for. There's chairs and kendo sticks everywhere, Piper. There's no other options. Uh-oh, what's Truth got in mind here for Woods? Oh, turnabout. It slams him into the barricade with the small of his back. But then Bischoff reverse DDT to Truth. Piper grabs Woods, sends him back into the ring. And Bischoff with a sneaky arm drag to Piper. Oof, but then R-Truth hits him in the back, and then Woods kind of misses everyone, but glances off Truth. But Truth is fine, and Woods isn't, so Truth is celebrating that fact. Inverted atomic drop to the easy ease of Eric Bischoff. Hurricane Rana by Woods to Truth, and now it's just Truth. No, now it's Woods and Piper left standing at the moment. Vertical suplex by Woods. Oh no, he drops him down frontwards. Talks some trash to Eric Bischoff, then goes back after Roddy Piper. Bischoff sends Truth back into the ring. Gonna follow him in. Woods, was gonna follow, but actually looking for a weapon now. Gets a chair. Look at this, making a beeline for Piper. Piper's going into the ring though. Knees to the midsection of Truth by Eric Bischoff. Piper escapes the chair shot, and Bischoff kicks Woods right in the mush and disarms him in the process. No, sleeper hold from Piper on Bischoff, but no, R-Truth breaks it up. Recognizes how deadly Piper's sleeper is. Oh, and then Piper initiates a meeting of the minds between Woods and R-Truth. And now an atomic drop to Truth. Now what's Woods got in mind for Bischoff here? Uh-oh. Oh, hooks him up tight. Blackout. That's how I know it as from Tyler Black and Seth Rollins. Oh. Bischoff kicks out though. And now Piper got hold of Woods. Oh, reversed into a bulldog. Very nice. R-Truth back in. All four men back in the ring. Woods taking the fight to Piper. Mic check. I think that's what he calls that. Mic check, right? But Woods sees the referee move towards the pin and breaks it up. Super kick. But Truth, wow. Iron jaw on R-Truth. I don't think they use iron. I think they say granite, right? But flapjack to Xavier Woods. And he's going to take Piper into the corner. It's just those two. Truth, if ever there was a time to go for a pin, it would have been a few seconds ago before Eric Bischoff recovered his wits on the outside. But he's still distracted with Xavier Woods, so it might still be the time. Nope. Nope, where's Truth going? Oh, he's going up top. Oh, he's going up top. What's Bischoff doing? Did he just paradise lock him? Anyway, elbow drop from Truth. 2. Piper kicks out. I can't believe Eric Bischoff just locked Woods in the paradise lock, then kicked him up the bum. That's rude, is that? That is a rude. That's the right name for it, right? That's the paradise lock. That what Sonada does. Forearm smash by Woods, but yeah, Piper was right there, my dude. Into the corner he goes. Slams his head into the turnbuckle pad. And now turns his attention to Eric Bischoff, because he loves beating up an Eric Bischoff. Punch in the face. He does love punching him in the face. And now what's Piper got in mind for Bischoff here? Leans him up against the ropes. Slams him down to the floor. Little springboard off the bottom rope and a stomp. Now notices Woods has got his wits about him, but a bit too late and eats a knee. Now Woods needs to turn around. Truth has a chair. Woods escapes. And then comes back in, sneaking behind Truth, and takes him down with the springboard bulldog. Very well played by high IQ Xavier Woods there. Uh-oh. Piper. Bulldog to Woods. Goes for the pin. He just saw R-Truth right there, and Eric Bischoff was there to break it up as well. Like, oh, clothesline to R-Truth. Uh-oh, sleeper. Is there anyone to break this up? This might be it. Oh, Eric Bischoff's recovered and breaks it up. Piper will not be happy with that. Oh, but he's not feeling anything, unhappy or otherwise now. Kick in the face. 1, 2. Woods isn't going to be there in time. No way. Eric Bischoff just went to the semi-finals. Okay, we've got a new biggest upset. Wesley, you're off the hook. You're at least a wrestler. Okay. Okay, guys. Let me level with you here. Mistakes were made. So first of all, of the 44 that I listed as being available on this game, 3 of them are in a DLC pack that has yet to come out. DDP, Lex Luger, Mr. Perfect. So they're obviously not going to be in this video, because they don't exist yet in the game. So then I was like, oh no. Now I'm down to, like, one guy, and then I've got JBL, and I was like, I don't really want to do a one-on-one. Let me see if I can do some research and find anyone else who was in TNA that's in WWE 2K24, you know, to add to the pile. And it turns out I found 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 more. So these last 2 matches, that last one wasn't the penultimate, it was the anti-penultimate of the first round. These last 2 matches, yeah, Ricky Steamboat and Harley Race both appeared for TNA. I was sure, I knew Ricky Steamboat had. I was so confused when he wasn't on the list. I was convinced he had. But yeah, so these last 2 matches are going to be 5 ways. And then what's going to happen in the next round is there'll be 12 qualifiers. So there'll be 2 6-ways. So we're only really adding 1 match on, despite adding all those extra wrestlers. So we take 3 off. We add 9 on, including JBL. So we got to 50. So we could have done 10 5-ways, 2 5-ways, and a final. And that would have been really nice and uniform all the way through. Had I done my research properly. So apologies for that, because that could have been a really nice way to do it. But yeah, so Harley Race is here. King Harley Race. Do you reckon they made him do the King gimmick because he, like, threatened to kill Vince McMahon or something? Or however that story goes. It's like a humbling experience. Make Harley Race, of all people, do a silly gimmick. Anyway. So yeah, I decided since everything's gone haywire anyway, we might as well include JBL. So, some of the randomness has been messed up as well, because I'm sure some of these people have come up when I've been hitting random, and I've just thought, no, they're not eligible. So, unfortunately, I blame the SmackDown Hotel website for not listing every TNA alumnus ever. Like, they don't seem to have updated it to contain JBL yet, for starters. Let me just refresh and have a look. Is JBL on the list yet? Nope, still not on the list. Shameful, shocking stuff. That was days ago. But also, they don't have Ricky Steamboat or Harley Race as having appeared in TNA, which I guess it depends on what you consider like an alumnus. Like how big a deal they have to have been, how long they have to have been there for. Oh, there's an extras section. No, I still don't think they're going to be in there. Yeah, I still don't think they're going to be in there. I'm not looking at absolutely everyone, but it seems to only be people that have already been, like, listed. Anyway, JBL appeared in TNA recently, so yeah, he's on the list now. There's a couple of big names from present day that I was convinced were in and, like, yet weren't on the list, so I was just like, okay. Right, couple of things. First of all, Jake Roberts wasn't on the list. Second of all, how is Jake Roberts still in the WWE 2K franchise? He's been in throughout his AEW tenure. I don't even know if he's still with AEW now. I haven't got a clue, because I've not seen him on TV in ages. But he was still in the games all throughout him being in AEW. What's up with that, to quote a certain superhero? That's kind of crazy, right? But anyway, yes, Jake the Snake Roberts was not on the list. And I think the next one's probably the most shocking. Because as soon as I saw the name on the Wikipedia list, which I know Wikipedia, what a great reliable source of information, but it, like, I didn't check the sources, but they were all sourced. Like, literally every single name on the list was sourced to, like, some article talking about them having been in, like, I guess. So, yeah. Yeah. This guy went there on excursion. Of course he did. Like, loads of people from New Japan went to TNA, from this sort of era of New Japan, went to TNA on excursion. So, as much as you might argue, oh, Harley Race probably only showed his face a couple of times and didn't really do anything significant to appear on the list, Shinsuke Nakamura is definitely a proper alumnus. Like, a proper one. So yeah, anyway, we're going to have 12 semi-finalists, not 11. Which makes the semi-finals a little bit more even. And I did consider dropping it down into, like, triple threats. And then having having that be quarterfinals, 4 triple threats, and then 2 semi-final one-on-ones and a final one-on-one. But frankly, it's last night as you're watching this, and it's 8:30. And I've still got this, another 5-way, and then the semi-finals and the final to go. And I was also considering putting in a women's match based on the fact that there's only 6 women on the list that are on WWE 2K24, but now I don't trust the list. So I don't really want to do that. So I might do that as like a separate video another time. Let me know in the comments if you'd like to see a best of TNA women on WWE 2K24 video. Like, let me know, and I'll do it. And I'll put the sufficient research in beforehand, not midway through the video this time. Oh, I've got like 3 hours at least of content already recorded as well, like of footage, which obviously will crop down a lot lower because there's gaps in between where I'm selecting the wrestlers and stuff. But still, it's gonna be such a long video. So yeah, I'm not adding in the women's match. I'm not adding in extra rounds either. Anyway, this is gonna be interesting because now there's 5 people in the ring, so this match might go forever because like it's gonna be even harder to isolate an opponent to pin them now. I'd say about 25% harder. Well, actually, no, it's like 50% harder because you only actually have to worry about 2 of the other people in the match breaking up your pin. Say if Shinsuke wanted to pin Harley Race now, in a 4-way he'd only have to worry about 2 people. Now he has to worry about 3. That's 50% harder. Anyway, Ricky Steamboat and Shinsuke meeting in the middle. That would have been fun. Oh my god, imagine, like, that's a dream match as well. This series is pushed, well, this series, it's not even a series, it's one single video. I've just been recording it for hours, so it feels like a whole series. And this video is producing some weird and wonderful dream matches that I bet a lot of people have never really thought of. Let me know in the comments, by the way, if you're still watching this, please do comment. You're obviously enjoying yourself, and I'd love the help in the algorithm. Like, leave a like, let me know in comments answers to things. Subscribe if you're new here. Check you're subscribed if you think you already are, because I have several channels, so you might have discovered this video through a different channel or something and not actually be subscribed here. Share with your friends if you think you've got any other friends that would enjoy a multiple hour-long video of match simulations about TNA alumni. Yeah, help me out. But yeah, let me know in the comments, because I used to do like dream matches on this channel, and I've not done them in a while, basically because I pretty much ran out and didn't go and find more, because there's infinite sources on the internet of people listing dream matches. But yeah, let me know if there's any go in the comments section, dream matches that are possible on any WWE game where match simulations are possible. Yeah, let me know. And I'll do my best. I will do my best. Anyway, Ricky Steamboat and Shinsuke mixing it up at the moment. So are Harley Race and Jake Roberts. Did those two ever meet? Feels like they must have, right? Now Jake Roberts going after JBL. Also, random question that I noticed. When you scroll through the list, in between Big E and Blair Davenport, there's a question mark person that isn't listed anywhere that I can find that lists the roster of WWE 2K24. So someone feel free to let me know who that is. Anyway, Jake Roberts going for the pin on Shinsuke. Almost got the win. We should pay attention to this match now. Ricky Steamboat going after Harley Race. Again, did these two meet? Like, surely, right? Oh, Shinsuke breaking up that pin quickly. JBL punching Jake Roberts in the face. And Shinsuke with the Dragon Suplex. And the lovely bridge on Ricky Steamboat, but JBL broke up the pin at 1. Headbutt to the back of Shinsuke's head by Harley Race. Uh-oh, JBL going powerbomb, one of his signature moves, but no, Ricky Steamboat fought out of it and hits a crossbody on JBL. Harley Race going for the sneaky win here, 1. And Jake Roberts breaks it up after hitting an inverted atomic drop on Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. We've got a dragon and a snake. And a king. Sure, why not? Shinsuke's got a kendo stick, but it's been removed from his grasp. Someone brought a chair in as well when I wasn't paying attention. There's also a kendo stick over there by the barricade on the right-hand side of the ringside area. There's a chair down there that Jake Roberts has just found and hit Harley Race in the face with. And thrown at JBL. Amazing. And we've got Shinsuke Nakamura and Ricky Steamboat fighting in the ring. This is crazy. Oof. The big brawly boys are on the outside, and then the, like, technical striker kind of guys. The dream match is just in the ring, and now Jake Roberts has been chucked in to join them. Oh, big elbow onto Shinsuke as he was trying to get up. Oh, and then a left arm clothesline to Harley Race. Was Jake Roberts a lefty? Don't know, but he's going for a pin, but Shinsuke was back up and breaks it up. And then, was that a Kinshasa? I feel like that was an impromptu Kinshasa to Jake Roberts. Harley Race breaks up the pin. Now, JBL going after Harley Race. Is that a dream match? I don't know if you really put a lot of dream matches together with JBL, but quite often dream matches are just people from different eras with very similar styles. And I think JBL and Harley Race just punching each other in the mouth for a while would be very entertaining, to be perfectly honest. Big boot to Shinsuke, by the way, from JBL there. TNA's most recent addition from this roster. Oh, clothesline by Steamboat. Actually, thinking about it, it might be over a week ago now that JBL appeared, so definitely unacceptable. Oh, he just tried throwing the chair at Harley Race, but it hit the steel ring post on its way. And then Jake Roberts took him down. Oh, throws Harley Race into the ringside barricade. Shinsuke with the chair. Hits Steamboat in the face. There's 3 chairs in that tiny area of ringside. One on the stairs. This is carnage. Harley Race and Shinsuke having a pose off, and Harley Race goes, nope, I get to pose, you don't, kid. All 5 men just fighting in this tiny corner, and no one in the ring trying to win the match. Guys, I know it's only 8:45, but I'm already getting sleepy. I've done a lot of stuff today. I've recorded yesterday, both of yesterday's WWE watch-alongs, well, WCW and WWE watch-alongs, which are like 3 hours each, and done some editing. I did a very short stream already today. Like, I've done a lot, and I'm getting tired, and Ricky Steamboat just broke a kendo stick over Shinsuke's. And what I was getting to while I was waffling was, can someone please get in the ring and try and win the match? But we have Ricky Steamboat and Harley Race in the ring now, so maybe someone's going to win the match. Hopefully. Fingers crossed. Right hand by Steamboat. Uh-oh. Dragon suplex. No. No, a submission. Oh, and JBL breaks it up with a big right hand. Oh, and then just launches Steamboat and now goes for the pin. 1, 2, Shinsuke's in. Wasn't in time to break it up, but Steamboat kicked out anyway. Now JBL going after Nakamura, swinging neck breaker. Steamboat going after Harley Race. DDT from JBL to Jake Roberts. Octopus stretch by Roberts on Race. No, by Steamboat on Race. Shinsuke just hit a Kinshasa on JBL. Broke up the submission. And now going for the pin. 1, 2. JBL kicked out. Jake Roberts was there to break it up. Steamboat had Harley Race in a submission with his back to the action that whole time. He didn't even know there was a pin happening. Oh, big knee to Jake Roberts' jaw. Now, JBL's out outside the ring. Roberts is out outside the ring. Harley Race is down in the corner. Shinsuke's in the corner. And then Steamboat decides now's the time to go and get a chair. Wonderful. Great news. Meanwhile, JBL's rearranging the furniture with the steps. Oh, and I think he just hit Steamboat in the face. Shinsuke's going for a pin on Harley Race. I don't know what happened to Race, but Shinsuke's just pinned him off it. And Shinsuke is going into the semi-finals. Wild. Wild stuff. Okay, there's just 5 more wrestlers to get through. Let's go. Final first round match. Okay. Here we go. Here are the final Forgotten Sons of TNA. Starting with George the Animal Steel. I have no recollection of George Steele appearing in TNA. But according to Wikipedia it happened, and that's good enough for me at this time. Like, I don't know what else I'm supposed to do research-wise. Like, I could investigate every single source, but absolutely not. But just to be frank, absolutely not. Okay. Now, Not the forgotten one, just never came up in the random until the very final first round match, even including additional people that have only just been added. Luke Gallows, called Doc Gallows in TNA most commonly. He finally shows up. Carl Anderson's good brother and tag team partner. But yeah, he's been on the list since the very start. Never came up in the randomizer. Oh, I can't believe I'm about to say this. If you would like to see me redo this, either once the DLCs come out, or just with all 50 in the plan from the start, and just simply doing 10 5-ways for the first round, 2 5-ways for the semi-finals, and then a final. Let me know in the comments. Maybe I will. Maybe I'll do it for the next TNA event. Because I'm never going to do match simulations for TNA shows. Yeah, anyway, up next, Jim the Anvil Neidhart, who also apparently appeared in TNA at some point. By the way, rest in peace to Jim Neidhart. And honestly, I'm not 100% sure about George the Animal Steel or Harley Race. So if they have passed, then rest in peace. If they have not, then good. Yeah, I don't want to allocate anyone dead that isn't, but if they are, I don't want to miss them either. And it seemed disrespectful. Also, if there's anyone that I have missed that has passed, especially in these last few matches where I've been particularly stressed about figuring out who the hell's supposed to be in them, then yeah, my sincere apologies. I think everyone should realise by now, I don't mean any slights on anyone by not wishing someone a rest in peace. I just simply missed someone, if that's the case. Anywho. Yeah, quite a big name. Appeared in TNA as Tyler Black. I don't personally remember it, but I was very surprised Seth Rollins wasn't on the list. And it turns out I was right to be surprised. Tyler Black, Seth Rollins' old name before he joined WWE, was indeed in TNA at some point. I don't know how long, or who he fought, or what, but he did apparently appear. So, quite a big name just being added in at the last minute. Like, quite a big name, let's be real. Oh. Burn it down indeed. Yeah, it tricked me because the DLC people that aren't out at all on the list, the roster list I'm looking at on the SmackDown Hotel. So it's all the SmackDown Hotel's fault, all of this. They're not like grayed out because they're not available yet or anything. They're just there. Anyway, last but not least, this is someone that I was convinced had been in TNA and just accepted he wasn't on the list. Turns out I was right. He has. So, suck on that, SmackDown Hotel. Off the top of my head, this guy who's watched like 10% of TNA knows more than you. What you doing? I don't care for this new music. Bring back his old Rebel Heart music. That was great. I mean, this seems to be some sort of remix of it, but no. Absolutely not. Bring back the original. Okay, 5-way. Oh, and then we're done with the first round. After this, there's only 3 matches left. Just feels like it's going to be a long time. Cutter by Gargano to George the Animal Steel. Meanwhile, Luke Gallows fighting Jim the Anvil Neidhart. And Johnny Gargano and Seth Rollins, the current roster members, fighting in the corner there. And Johnny Gargano trying to do me a solid here and go for a quick win, but that's not going to happen just yet. One, you're not going to pin Seth Rollins that quick. And two, there's like 3 other guys still fully conscious in the ring behind you. But yeah, thank you. I appreciate you trying. George the Animal Steel's gone and got a chair already. He's having some of this. Oh, no, he's not. No, he's not. It has been decided. No, he's not. Knee to the face of the Animal by Seth Rollins. Uh-oh. Luke Gallows feeling like a chokeslam on Jim Neidhart, and that's looking like a chokeslam. Oh, Seth Rollins with the kick to the face, and now Johnny Gargano's going to get himself that chair. Hits Seth Rollins in the face, but then gets an uppercut from Gallows for his troubles. And a punch right in the mush as well. Steel gets Rollins. Oh, across the top rope. Now, big ball boys, let's go. Oh my god, the power. Look at that. Oh, kendo stick to the face of Johnny Gargano from Jim Neidhart as well. Something happened in the ring while I was watching that, and now Seth Rollins is trying to pin George the Animal Steel. Only gets a 1 count though. Oh, Luke Gallows takes out the anvil with a double axe handle that fell on his head like an anvil from on the outside there. Oh, forearm smash to the back of the neck of Steel by Rollins. Elbow to the inside of the leg. And now spots Johnny Gargano with his back to him. Belly to back suplex. Oof. Big right. Kick to the midsection. You know you're dealing with the X Factor. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Ripcord knee. Seth Rollins has put matches away with that in the past. Can he put this one away with it? 1. Luke Gallows was not concerned. Oh! I spoke too soon. He had a plan. Josh the Animal Steel taken out of the ring by Johnny Gargano. Then he was taken out from behind with Jim the Anvil Neidhart. By Jim the Anvil Neidhart. Neidhart fighting Rollins. Gets some elbows to the midsection. And Rollins tries to hit Gallows, but he dodges. Look at George the Animal Steel pounding away in Johnny Gargano's face there. Good grief. Oh, backbreaker to Neidhart. Drop kick to Rollins by Luke Gallows. Basement drop kick, I should hasten to add. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Seth Rollins. Pedigree. And a knee to the face for good measure as well. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh! To the face of Johnny Gargano with the kendo stick on the outside. And Rollins hit the stomp. Going for the pin. 1, 2. Oh! Gallows kicked out. That was going to be the shortest first round match by some distance then, I thought. But apparently not. Oh, now Rollins fighting Neidhart. Saw him coming there. With the chair. Now Rollins has the chair. Oh, Gallows saw him coming and hit him with a flying shoulder tackle. Oh, Gargano just got sent head first into the ring post by Steel. But then kicks him off and recovers. Now what's Gallows got in mind for Neidhart here? Seth Rollins just tried a springboard move but hit no one. Uh-oh. The blackout from the creator? Question mark? Certainly the person I know for it. And now look at that. Gallows trying to steal the win. 1, 2. No, just a 1 count. George the Animal Steel's in, but didn't break it up. Neidhart just kicked out. Uh-oh. Kimura lock from Neidhart. What the hell? From Steel, sorry. Neidhart ran into the ref. Bear hug by Neidhart to George the Animal Steel. Oh, elbow to the side of the head and the neck of Neidhart by Steel there, and then claps the ears. Now, Rollins going for a pin. No one's paying attention. Gargano notices just in time. That was almost a stealth pin by Rollins there. Gallows out. Gargano thrown across the ring like yesterday's trash by Steel, and he rolls the outside. Oh, rakes the back of Rollins. Neidhart sends Steel into the corner. Rollins sends Neidhart into a different corner. Gallows clotheslines Rollins. This is wild. Oh, the chair to the face in the corner. Good grief. Super kick to the face of Rollins by Gargano on the outside. Look at Gallows now choking Neidhart with the boot. That chair shot was vile. Now Gargano's brought in another chair. Oh, Gallows, you'd have been better off not turning around, to be honest. And now Gargano going to try and pin off the chair shot. 1. And Rollins breaks it up. Referee took a second to get into position there. That might have cost Gargano, to be honest. Sling blade by Rollins. Whew. This match is crazy. Oh, look at this. Oh, Gargano's biting. No. Gargano's being bitten by George the Animal Steel. Why can't I get any of these names right? None of these people even look remotely alike. That's not why I mix names up. I'm just bad with names. Snap suplex by Gallows. Floats over into the pin. George Steele's right there. Gargano's end up on the outside. So is Rollins. George the Animal Steel voluntarily goes to the outside. To retrieve some steps, it would seem. Meanwhile, Gallows going to work over the arms of Jim the Anvil Neidhart now. Oh, Rollins makes Steel drop the steps, and Gargano's got a chair. Gallows just hit an elbow drop off the middle rope, and Gargano just hit a flatliner on the outside. Very thin mats out there, not much protection. What's George the Animal Steel doing? He's just running around in a circle. He's having a great time. Oh, no, he's not anymore. Uh-oh, pedigree on the outside? Oh, man. Anvil with a massive knee drop off the top. Going for the pin. 1, 2, 3. Jim the Anvil Neidhart is the final qualifier for the semi-finals. There will be no entrances in the semi-finals. So when this fades out and back in, we'll be straight into the action. So prepare yourselves. Okay, here we go. 6-man. First fall to reach the final. We have Kurt Angle. We have CM Punk. We have Wesley, Shinsuke Nakamura, Jim the Anvil Neidhart, and Eric Bischoff. By the way, the last 4 qualifiers are all in this match. Just by, again, I did it at random draw. And, yeah. 5 of the last 6. The only one not in the last 6 was Kurt Angle. If Kurt Angle had been Rikishi, this would be the last 6 to qualify. It'd just split it that way, top and bottom, like first 6, second 6. Now, anyway, Eric Bischoff and CM Punk having a scrap over there. That's a sentence. And Eric Bischoff's winning it as well. Wesley sorts that right out, though, with a kick to the head. Shinsuke going after Neidhart. Knee to the midsection. Wesley just did something to Kurt Angle, but I couldn't see because of the referee. This is going to be the hardest match so far to call. These semi-finals are going to be so hard to call because there's 6 guys. I thought CM Punk was already going for a go to sleep then for a second. But no, not just yet. Kurt Angle's brought a chair into play. Wesley's going outside, probably to get a weapon. Yep, there he goes. Eric Bischoff's wandering around the ring to get a Wesley, it seems. Oh, he stops him swinging the kendo stick at his head. Just about, and then does a little karate pose, but still manages to fight off Wesley. Shinsuke's got another kendo stick here. Oh, we're left with Angle and Neidhart in the ring. They're the only 2 that can currently win or lose the match, so let's focus on those. Yeah, good camera work. With the half a camel clutch type neck crank applied there. CM Punk's back in now. Drop kick to Shinsuke by Wesley. Now, obviously, I'd say the favourites have to be CM Punk and Kurt Angle, right? And the underdog is undoubtedly Eric Bischoff. But, like, these environments, we've proven in the first round, they're so wild. This is anyone's game. Like, the finals are straight one-on-one match. But the final could consist will definitely be missing, I should say, at least one of CM Punk and Kurt Angle, possibly both of them. Oh, nice DDT by Punk there. Oh, chair to the head of Punk though by Neidhart. Now he's turned his attention to someone else. Oh, we've got dueling chairs now by Shinsuke and Neidhart. Neidhart's decided to go for a headlock punch to the face instead. Oh, kitchen sink to Bischoff. Now, Punk and Angle left in the ring. There's a ripcord knee to Shinsuke by Wesley. Shout out to Seth Rollins, who didn't make the final. Thanks to Jim Neidhart, I believe he was in that match. Now, what's Punk got in mind for Neidhart here? Uh-oh, pile driver. I mean, we've seen Punk do one of them on WWE TV when it wasn't allowed, but yeah, there's a lot of guys in this video taking liberties with the fact that TNA has different rules. And Punk hitting a pile driver is certainly one of them. World's strongest slam by Neidhart. Clothesline to Angle. Bischoff just took out Wesley on the outside. Oh, Neidhart with the chair, but Angle managed to avoid and make him drop it. Oh, I didn't see what happened, but Angle's being pinned now. 1, 2. Ooh, that would have been interesting. Oh, CM Punk just threw a chair, I think, at Bischoff, but missed. Hit the ropes instead. Yeah, that would have been interesting to have the match end with a move that we didn't even see. Shinsuke says, come on, to CM Punk, and indeed he does. Angle slam to Bischoff. This could be it. 1, 2. Ain't no way Bischoff just kicked out of an Angle slam. Are you kidding me? Wesley kicks Angle for not pinning Bischoff. He should be ashamed. Oh my god. He just Hurricane Rana'd Shinsuke into CM Punk and then got taken out by Angle. That was a wild little sequence there. And now Neidhart's back in. Angle's back after Punk. No, he's gone after Neidhart now. Uh-oh. Oh, big clutch suplex there. I've forgotten its proper term, but I know it's got the word clutch in it. Now Shinsuke and Punk. Hello. That would be fun. Right? Nakamura goes after Bischoff now. Needs the midsection. Axe kick. And then kicks Punk as he's trying to pick up a chair. No chair for you, Mr. Punk. Now into the corner goes Angle, courtesy of Nakamura, who's having a good sequence of offense here. Good little run. Meanwhile, Neidhart and Wesley are just fighting outside. Oh, ripcord knee by Bischoff to Shinsuke. And goes after Angle, who upside down kicks him in the head. Angle picks both legs and takes Bischoff down. The amateur wrestling coming in there. But CM Punk sidesteps the attack attempt. Belly to back suplex. Neidhart and Wesley are still going at it out there. Uh-oh. Takes him down with a bottom type move. Anaconda Vice by Punk. Will Angle tap? No. Neidhart breaks it up by kicking Punk in the leg. Now Nakamura going after Punk. Hooks him for a snap suplex. Bischoff and Nakamura. Oh, and Bischoff outkicks Nakamura. What is this? What is this universe we live in? Oh, swings the chair at Punk, but Punk rolls out the way, then eats the chair on the second attempt by Bischoff. Rolls to the outside to try and recuperate. Low blow by Nakamura to Bischoff. Pin him. Pin that man. 1, 2. Oh, I think Bischoff kicked out, but Punk was there trying to break it up as well. Oh, man. That's twice Bischoff's kicked out when I really didn't think he would. STO to Punk. Sends Bischoff into the ropes. Kinshasa. I can't even think of the word. 1, 2. Punk's not even going to save Bischoff. No, he does. I thought Punk was just going to be happy with Bischoff not making it to the final. Dragon suplex by Nakamura. Angle hits him from behind. Oh, kick to the face by Nakamura. Angle just shrugged it off. My goodness, that roundhouse kick. By the way, Wesley and Neidhart are still just brawling on the outside. They have been going at it. My goodness. Now Angle slams Nakamura's head into the turnbuckle. Angle takes the leg of Punk. I thought he was going to go ankle lock then, but no. Oh, chair to the back of Angle. Bischoff's going for the pin. No! Someone stop this man! Oh, he kicked out. Punk was going to let it happen again. I don't think Punk even wants to be in the final, if I'm being perfectly honest. That's like at least 2 pins Punk has just watched happen. Oh, Wesley throws the chair at Neidhart. You thought you escaped me, huh? Uh-oh. Pepsi twist. Punk going old school here. What on earth? Just because he's in a TNA ring. Oh, and he gets kicked in the face by Bischoff. If Bischoff wins this, we know for a fact Bischoff's booking this again. Ain't no way Bischoff's winning any other way. Oh, hook kick to Wesley. Now Jim Neidhart grabs Bischoff, scoops him up, power slam, hooks the leg. Is Jim Neidhart going to reach the final? 2. He is! Wow. Kurt Angle, Shinsuke Nakamura, CM Punk all don't reach the final. Jim Neidhart does. Let's crack on with that other semi-final, shall we? See who he's facing. All right. Here's the final semi-final. Who will face Jim Neidhart to be the best TNA guy on WWE 2K24? And this is the beauty of this channel and the randomness of it all. Is like, if you asked 1 million people, 1 million wrestling fans, who's the best TNA alumnus out of these guys, and listed the 50 that have been eligible for this video, I highly doubt anyone's putting Jim Neidhart in the top 2. And to be honest, with the greatest respect to any of these, none of these. Because in terms of TNA, Mick Foley's by far the most impactful, having won the world title, but ain't no one putting Mick Foley in the top 2 either. There have been some crazy names in this that have not made it. AJ Styles, for example, who to me is probably number 1 off this list. Let me see. Kurt Angle, who's right up there as well. Probably top 2 are AJ Styles and Kurt Angle. But then you've got like Bobby Lashley, Drew McIntyre / Galloway. Oh, Karrion Kross almost got a win. Right, anyway, forget the list. Forget the list. Who's fighting Jim Neidhart? Bronson Reed going after Karrion Kross. How dare you try? In fact, no, sorry, I said I'd call him Killer Kross, didn't I? Because he won that match that he basically had no right winning. Cameron Grimes going crazy with the chair. Look at this. He's wiping everyone out. Throws it at Rikishi because he was getting up. Cameron Grimes wants to go to the final. Off the ropes goes Rikishi. Grimes underneath. Oh, arm drag. Very nice. Oh, Kross just hit Cactus Jack in the face with a set of steps. And now Savage clotheslines Rikishi, who doesn't even go down. Let's leave those 3 guys to just fight around the steps, shall we? And with that chair, let's focus on Macho Man and Rikishi in the ring. Big right hand by Rikishi. Sleeper hold attempted. Rikishi wants to get to that final. Savage says nope. Jawbreaker. Cameron Grimes sent into the ring by Killer Kross, who runs straight into Bronson Reed. Fun fact: Bronson Reed went by Jonah, right? In TNA. I actually found out there's someone else who went by Jonah in TNA a long time ago, like 2003 I think it was. Very briefly. I don't know who they were, I didn't go any further into that, but yeah, there's been 2 Jonahs. Anyway, chokeslam by Rikishi to Macho Man Randy Savage, who rolls to the outside for some respite, but he rolls right out next to Bronson Reed, who fortunately was focused on Mick Foley and not paying attention to Macho Man. Now Rikishi, oh, squashes Killer Kross in the corner. Now stomping away at him. Scoop up by Karrion Kross, by Cameron Grimes, and slams down Macho Man Randy Savage. We've got Rikishi and Jonah in the ring now. Oh, as Mick Foley hits Cameron Grimes in the back with a steel chair. I'm mixing up people's TNA names and WWE names left, right, and centre. You'll just have to follow along. Big splash in the corner by Bronson Reed. Goes for the pin on Rikishi. 1, 2. No, only a 1 count. Macho Man's in the ring now. How dare you try and win this match? I would like to win this match, good sir. And tries to pull Bronson Reed's face off for his troubles. Now, Savage sends Reed into the corner. Walks around Cactus Jack. Scoops up Reed. Scoop slam. Foley DDTs Rikishi. Wasn't a double arm, so not quite the same type of impact as he likes to use to put away his matches. But yeah, nonetheless. Look at the ringside area. There's stairs, there's 2 chairs, there's 2 kendo sticks. This is crazy. Macho Man with a scoop slam to Mick Foley. Now runs into the corner and takes out Rikishi, stomping away. Macho Man almost spoiled for choice here. He's almost got choice paralysis. Oh, rolls out the way of the attempt to attack by Bronson Reed, and now jabbing, throwing lefts and rights. There's a right on the button, as they'd say. Now Rikishi going to scoop up Cactus Jack, but Jack reverses into another DDT. Bronson Reed throws Savage around like he's a child. Not that you should throw children around, folks. Don't do that. DDT to Mick Foley. Headbutt to Mick Foley. Off the ropes goes Reed. Oh, collides with Foley in the end. Who's now going after Rikishi. Oh, wanted a double team with Reed, but Reed was having none of that collusion. He didn't want any friends. He just wants to fight everyone. Killer Kross back in the fray now. Hip toss to Rikishi. Oh, mandible claw. on Bronson Reed, but Killer Cross is right there. Surely he's going to break this up. Yeah, he does. But Reed's out, thanks to the mandible claw. Now, Foley and Cross collide. Right hand by Foley. Another one. Rikishi's picked up a kendo stick on the outside. Now he's returning to the fray. Meanwhile, Macho Man and Cameron Grimes are just having a right scrap on the outside. Oh! Rikishi just broke the kendo stick over Bronson Reed's head. Now it leaves just Karrion Kross and Mick Foley in the ring. Oh, eye rake by Savage. Didn't see what Foley did to Kross there, but he took him down. Uh-oh. He's thinking pile driver. Oh! Pile driver to Kross right in the middle of the ring. No one else is there to stop it. Here's Rikishi, though. And he doesn't stop it. But Killer Kross kicks out. DDT to Rikishi. What was Rikishi thinking there? Like, fair play, you're a former TNA champion. You can go to the final, I guess. Oh, the cave-in by Cameron Grimes to Rikishi. My God, this is busy now with everyone in there. There you go. Savage does me the good courtesy of rolling out. Oh, Rikishi was hit with a cave-in. Bronson Reed trying to steal the win. Oh, Rikishi kicked out. Karrion Kross with a massive move to Mick Foley. I'm not sure quite what he calls that. But Bronson Reed breaks up the pin. Yeah, I think only the delay between the cave-in from Cameron Grimes and the pin attempt by Bronson Reed saved Rikishi there. And by proxy, everyone else in the match. Now Rikishi leaves Bronson Reed and Killer Kross staring across at each other. Leaning in the corners and goes out to get the steps. Karrion Kross recovers first and runs across with a clothesline. Belly to back suplex by Savage and Cameron Grimes. Uh-oh! Cross jacket, straight jacket, whatever he calls it. I think it's the cross jacket. Is he going to tap? Mick Foley's right there, but he did nothing about it. And Killer Kross goes to the final. Killer Kross versus Jim Neidhart. What an unexpected final, I think it's fair to say. Let's go. Let's get straight into it. Okay. It's final time. And being accompanied to the ring by his daughter, Natalia, who has never appeared in TNA, but who cares at this point. This is just a fun little detail that they both had a ready-made female manager. So I thought, why not? Why not include them, eh? So Jim Neidhart comes out here for the final of the tournament to crown the best TNA guy in WWE 2K24. Like, I do not in any way, shape or form dislike Jim the Anvil Neidhart. Do I think describing him as the best TNA guy in WWE 2K24 would be an accurate description? I don't even think describing Jim Neidhart as a TNA guy would be an accurate description. I don't remember him being there. I believe he was, but I don't remember it. Killer Kross? Would I describe him as the best TNA guy on the game? No. But I would at least describe him as a former TNA guy. Like, you know, I at least think he fits part of the description. So I'm going to be softly rooting for Killer Kross here. However, realistically, oh, they have got the entrance. That's so cool. Realistically, I don't care that much who wins. This is all just like a big experiment, you know, to have some fun. Why is he just like hardcore blocking Scarlett the whole time? I think we can all agree Scarlett is the best thing to come out of TNA. Well, certainly one of them. I don't love her character model on this game though. I don't know if it quite captures her. See what you're saying? They've got the dramatics good, but oh my god. There's got to be a still in there for the WWE Baszler intro that seriously needs an update. She was pulling some faces there. Anyway. Jim Neidhart. Killer Kross. I'm calling him Killer Kross. for the duration of this video. He earned it in that first round match. And then proved it in the second round match. So. Killer Cross, sorry, has his missus. Jim Neidhart has his daughter. Why not? Why not have managers at this stage? Let's add to the chaos. Just playing one-on-one just wasn't quite chaotic enough for the final here, so... I've not experienced managers in this game at all, so I don't know what the AI is like. I don't know how much they're going to interfere. I've got no idea. All I know is that Jim Neidhart just ran through Karrion Kross, Killer Kross, whatever, you know, the same guy, and is absolutely dominating the early stage of this match. And also what I know is this is a lot easier to call, because there's only one match to focus on at a time. Jim Neidhart going for the early win here only gets a 1 count. You're going to take more than that to beat Killer Kross, who's returned to his absolute killer form here in this video. It's going to take more than that. And he hits a flapjack, and again going for the pin. And again, 1 count. The legendary AI loves to go for pins in this game, I have noticed. I don't know if it's just the AI in general, but when I've been knowingly playing against the legend AI in my faction in Proving Grounds. Is it Proving Grounds that you get to choose the difficulty, or is it ladders? I don't know, whichever one it is. Yeah, it loves going for pins all the time for no reason. Anyway, can Killer Kross build some offense now that he's countered there and hit a big right hand? Off the ropes. Oh no, goes for the leg, and look at the strength of Neidhart. Nope. Absolutely not. And Neidhart's been like dominating here. I don't know where this surge has come from, this resurgence of Jim Neidhart, but slams Kross's face into the mat. Forearm smash across the face. Kross has barely got going in this match. Jim Neidhart's been dominating, and look at Natty flexing, like warming up at ringside, leaning on, like she's feeling this. She's feeling this. Look at her punch to the face. She's loving what she's seeing from her dad. Stomps and Kross moves. Slams Jim Neidhart into the corner. Big overhand right. Oh, into the... That was like a shoulder tackle into the back, but also a knee into the back of the knee at the same time from Kross, it looked like. But look at that. Neidhart straight back on offense. Headbutt to the back of their head. It's kind of brutal, honestly. Uh-oh, what's Neidhart got in mind here? Camel clutch. Great camera angle. Wish I had this view for like AJ Styles and Kurt Angle or something, so I could use it as the thumbnail. But using that angle would definitely give away what the final is, because there's no way you would pick those two. Nice suplex though by Karrion Kross. Kind of a pump handle suplex, I think. Now, can Kross build some offense here? Ground and pound, beating away on Jim Neidhart. He's trying to cover up, but Kross is having none of it, laying in some elbows now as well. I'm starting to feel it. Now, Greco-Roman throat hold. We're getting technical now. Bringing out the technical stuff. Uh-oh. Oh, into the cross jacket. Will this be it? Scarlett's just put a kendo stick in the ring. This is not no DQ like all the other matches were. This is a straight up one-on-one match. I think the referee's just disposed of the kendo stick, to be honest. Karrion Kross. Killer Kross drop throat first. Across the top rope. 2. Kicks out. Getting closer though. Getting closer, but he did manage to lock in a cross jacket before with very little in terms of offense landed. He just turned it around and immediately went for the win. So you know how intent on the win Killer Kross is. Please don't get a double count out, guys. I can't be bothered setting up yet another match. Uh-oh. Gut wrench suplex by Neidhart. Now Kross slowly staggering to his feet. Jim Neidhart's waiting for his moment. Uh-oh. Running power slam. The count's up to 8, guys. The count is up to 8. Jim Neidhart's in the ring. Will Karrion Kross recover and get in, or we're going to have a count-out finish to this whole damn tournament? Not a count-out. My God. I hate this game. I have now simulated 2 matches where countouts are possible on this game, and both have finished by countout. I hate this game. Leave a like if you enjoyed this. Let me know in the comments if you think Killer Cross deserves a rematch with some sort of non-countout stipulation, and let me know what you think the stipulation should be. You know, like false count anywhere, a cage, just a straight up street fight, extreme rules, whatever you want to call it. Like, let me know in the comments what you think would be appropriate, or if you're just happy with Jim Neidhart having won, even if it was by countout. What an anticlimactic finish. Subscribe if you're new here. Share with your friends if you think they would like to sit through this just like you have. Power to you and power to them. But for now, all I have left to say is thank you very much for watching. As always, I've been Ibeza, you've been amazing, and I'll see you next time.